It's good. Try this one, how it works.
I never use that. You don't have anything. The speaker kind of a thing.
Speaker is there, but
I don't need. You can come close. I don't need that.
no, try. This is
Try it.
This is good.
It's actually easy. You don't
Come
feel
little close. I never tried this. So
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Correct.
Why
I feel like somebody is holding me.
Great. Kattan.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to give very 5 minutes. I'm going to speak and question answer. Is that good? I will come for Tukaram. 3 days I will come and talk about Tukaram.
Sure. Sure, as you.
Yes. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Nandana Yamuda Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. संकीर्तन की जय, प्रभुपाद की जय, वेद गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। हरे I'm sorry, I am a village boy, I don't know. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, before 1 minute, Prabhu, just to introduction of Prabhu, I don't know much about Prabhu.
Good.
Who knows anything? I don't know. So I'll tell you one important thing, right? the first glances from a ISKCON devotee on me, Vrindavan Prabhu. The first person I am spoken to ISKCON person is Vrindavan Prabhu. It happened in 2003. In the summer, we went to New Vrindavan. And first Prabhuji was the Prabhupada palace is there, big palace. That Prabhuji used to give the palace tour. And first time I saw Srila Prabhupada was sitting there. He's a real person is sitting there. First time I never see such a like a diagram. Prabhupada is writing like this. I was shocked one. And then Prabhuji gave the, I still remember. In the palace, a Krishna picture is there. Prabhuji said, you look at that Krishna, wherever you go, Krishna looks at you. That picture, big picture is there. Exactly, wherever you go, the Krishna looks at you. So Prabhuji gave that tour, and one question I asked. Then I don't know what is Prabhuji, I didn't say anything. Is there any program happens here? I asked. The first talking for a person. Then told, no programs here. What programs you are asking? He said, I don't know anything. Programs not here. There is another temple. Then we moved to go to the real Radha Vrindavan, the temple is there. Once I entered there, Yogesh Prabhu is coming outside. I am going inside. He caught me there. Done. I'm here. So after 1.5 years later, Prabhuji and Yogesh Prabhu, they installed these details. And have some photos here. Prabhuji did the Abhishekam and the welcoming ceremony. Prabhuji gave a lecture there. In that lecture, one point I still remember. One point he said, what that? We don't want to die. None of us want to die. You know why? Because we never die. Still I remember sentence. So that was my remembrance. After that, we used to go to regularly New Vrindavan. Probably there's a nice kirtan and lecture. But after that, probably 2006, I think, probably came back to India. We were going there. Till 2010-11 we were there. But probably was not there. Thank you very much, Prabhu, for giving this opportunity. And yesterday was, how many hours yesterday? How many? In the evening session, morning session. Evening session was like a drowning, right? You mean drowning. Immersion means we drowned 4 hours, we didn't know the time. Have you ever watched a movie 4 hours? We watched it, Prabhuji showed a movie 4 hours. I wish that was the best day in the entire, because whole day in Krishna consciousness, completely, Guru and Krishna, nothing else, Guru and Krishna, whole day is gone. So, thank you, Prabhu. So we hope and pray, and you will come again and again, and you will have mercy, association.
If you feed me nice prasad, I don't know anything else, I just know how to eat. If you feed me nice prasadam, I will come, and prasadam will make me speak. That is the philosophy. Krishna Prabhupada said this is a kitchen religion. Correct? It's a kitchen religion. That means, philosophy people may understand or not, but prasad everybody understands. And prasad will do the things which you cannot do. It goes inside and purifies. Whenever I speak, you can hear and it goes from here. But prasad doesn't go anywhere. It just goes and absorbs, and that makes you pure. Right? Let's see, as you come to Krishna consciousness, first we ask people to chant Hare Krishna. And second thing we offer prasadam. And as soon as they start offering prasadam, it starts purifying the consciousness. And then Hare Krishna taste develops. So prasadam has a lot to do. And therefore, you see, if you go to any temple in India, Krishna's temple, prasadam is must. So Prabhupada also established the same principle all over the world. Whoever comes to temple, he should get prasad. Because whatever words we are speaking, they may enter or no, but prasad 100% enters. And for that prasad, they will come back to the temple. It may not come for my lecture, but prasadam everybody comes. Oh, thank you. So it's nice to be amongst all of you. It's my first time in Hyderabad after a long time. I I came here in 1985 and 1986. Most of you probably were not born at that time, or maybe small kids. So probably your parents got the Bhagavad Gita we distributed. I came here, I was in Hyderabad for 3 days, then from here we went all the way to Kanyakumari, went to Vijayawada and Rajamundry, so many places. So we were traveling the places Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited. So, and at the same time we were doing some book distribution at that time. So that is my first visit. Now after 40 years I'm coming and I'm so happy to see hundreds of devotees. I have no words to express the joy I have. Seeing that time there was not a single devotee in Hyderabad, not even one devotee. Only Mahaman Prabhu, Prabhupada disciple was there and he was struggling. Nobody was there for in the temple. Nobody, even the visitors were not coming. Nobody was there in the temple at that time. And hardly any devotee. Do you see any devotees from 85? I don't think any devotees from here 85. Nobody was there, so that's what I'm saying. Nobody was there. And now there are probably what, you get 1,500 devotees for Sunday feast? So, see, this is amazing. So now all of you have a more responsibility to bring more people, right? So as I was saying before, you people are on a high position, but you are so humble, right? You don't go to be the high position and humility. Only a Krishna devotee can be like that. Otherwise it's not possible. We have a high post, at the same time as humble as the blade of grass. Now that is only possible by Krishna's mercy and by Prabhupada's mercy, by Guru's mercy. Right? So, Prabhuji wanted me to tell something about Tukaram.
Actually, Prabhuji told yesterday that you are coming to tell about Tukaram. But you can choose whatever.
Whatever. Right. No difference. It's Maharaj, Tukaram Maharaj, Rudhu Maharaj, whichever.
Some Maharaj.
Some Maharaj.
Or you can tell a little about Balgovinda.
Balgovinda Prabhu is his actions speak more than words. I cannot explain in words, but his action speaks more than my words. So he's with you all the time. I'm not fortunate to be with him here. I just used to get him, and most of the time I used to chastise him. I don't remember. Mataji remembers that. Even on the day I came for, I chastised you for something about a deity, you did something wrong. So my relation to that, I don't know. He is humble, so he accepts me. But
so anything, whatever, like, if you little bit here. So if you can give the glimpse of Tukaram Maharaj, so next time all of you will be ready for your full katha. Yeah. So Mataji from Maharashtra.
Oh, Hare Krishna. Ram Krishna Hari. Solapur. Hari Bol. Jai. Pandharpur se jawar. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Anyone other Marathi? Just one.
There are two more Prabhu, they didn't come.
They didn't come.
So he's also Marathi actually. They're sitting back.
Oh, Hare Krishna. एवढे पाठीमागे बसायची गरज नाही या समोर. You were there yesterday for a program, right?
Yeah, he was there.
He was the one asking questions.
You are good to Vairagi, right? Haribol. So he has to have some root from Maharashtra to become a Vairagi. Hare Krishna.
Is that special? Marathi is a lot of sannyasis and
Not like that. In three sampradayas there are many. In all the four sampradayas there are many renunciates. Many. I just said that because it's
but if
my sentimental relationship.
if I look at that, there are so many Marathis, they are into devotion, a lot of people.
Yeah, many. There are from all states like that. Marathi. And mainly the influence of Varkari and that is Tukaram. Mainly Tukaram is like that. So,
महाराष्ट्रामध्ये प्रभूजी संतांची भूमी.
Yes. What does it mean?
It is land of saints.
Oh.
It's संत.
Many saints are there. So, I'll take one Abhanga. You know what is Abhanga? Means it's a devotional poem. They are called Abhangas. Abhanga means that cannot be broken or divided. So the philosophy which cannot be broken or divided, intact, it is as it is. So you see Bhagavad Gita, Krishna spoke to sun god, Vivashvate Yoga, at the beginning of the creation. Exactly the same words we are telling today. Nothing has remained the same except for Bhagavad Gita. Everything in this creation has changed in this world. Everything has changed, correct? You don't even know the original Bhagavad Gita also, correct? It is not in a written form anywhere, but still the Bhagavad Gita is there. Because all the books were burned by Alauddin, all like lakhs of books. People ask where is the original Bhagavatam, where is the original Maharaj written by Vyasa and all these things. They are all destroyed. But the scriptures are still there, correct? In the words. And that is why parampara is most important. Where are we getting knowledge from? So many times we see people argue in this world and they argue against each other. But where are you getting the knowledge from? That's most important. And therefore Prabhupada's movement became so successful all over the world because he is telling everything as it is which Krishna spoke to Vivaswan at the beginning of creation. Same words, Krishna Prabhupada is telling same words. So therefore this knowledge is as it is, correct? So now all of us born in India, we are fortunate to have that culture, correct? But still, we didn't know till we came to ISKCON or Prabhupada's movement, importance of bhakti. We had that seed. Everybody knew Krishna, everybody knew chanting, everybody knew mantras, everybody knew puja, everybody knew prasad. We knew all these things. But still we gave a lot of importance to our education, job, family. We didn't know how to bring that bhakti in the family and make our grihasthashram bhakti prominent and secondary is our material life. That is the most important contribution of Prabhupada to this world. Even though great acharyas are there, like Sri Sampradaya, Ramanuja, Madhvacharya is in Karnataka, mostly all that part, Nimbarka is in kind of in northern India. All these great acharyas, the teachings are there, but we didn't know how to practice them in our life. How to practice them in our life. In fact, bhakti or adhyatma is done by only renunciates. Only sannyasis can do, those who have left everything, they only can practice. But actually, being in grihasthashram and practice Krishna consciousness is more difficult than sannyasi. More difficult than sannyasi. It is like you have everything but you don't want to enjoy it. Right? Sannyasi actually don't have anything, so don't have to worry about enjoyment. But being in grihasthashram is more difficult than practicing sannyasashram. So sannyasas renounce, they don't get involved, they have decided. But we have everything and still we have to be renounced. That vairagya is very difficult. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has made it easy. Just don't have to change anything. You be where you are. You can be CEO, you can be a multi-millionaire businessman, or a simple housewife, or a sweeper, doesn't matter. Wherever you are. Sthane sthita sthitikatam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whatever position, whatever your class in the society, no matter where you are, it doesn't matter. You just have to understand our position in the society is different than our real position. Our real position is dasa. We are always servant. And we are always servant no matter where you will go. Even as a boss, you are servant. Right? If all the people working under you don't come, what do you want to do? Right? So there you are a servant actually, but you think you are a owner. So same way, everywhere, this is our constitutional position to be a servant. So therefore it is very important in human form of life, whose servant are we? And that servitorship is not like a force on you. It is not forced. Like there is a verse in Bhagavatam, they said, Suryastapati madbhayat, Krishna is, Kapil Dev is telling, Suryastapati vayurharati madbhayat. He is telling that this sun is blazing in the sky because of my fear. But That fear is not fear like somebody is sitting there with a knife and I will kill you, raise your hands. So that is also fear. So this is a respectful fear. That means because you are all brought in this culture, when we go in front of your father or mother or your grandfather, you don't go like you talk to your friends or you talk to your juniors kind of thing. You go respectfully. So it is not that you are afraid that he is going to beat you. Correct? In the respectful fear is there. So that respectful fear develops love in a relationship. And that is what is in Krishna consciousness. We have a fear of laws of God. If I don't practice, there is a hell and all these things are there. Correct? If you don't practice Krishna consciousness, if you don't become religious, then you will go to hell. You have to suffer millions and billions of lifetimes till you get another birth. But the Krishna is not in that way fearful. He is giving you more than that. He is giving you his love. He is offering himself to us. So fear is there to give you something good. Fear is not, if you don't follow, you will go to hell. So that is not the purpose of scriptures. And mainly we followed scripture because of that. Punya karma, If I don't do this, then I will go to hell or something bad will happen in my life. That's scary. That's why as you become young, people become rebellious. Why? Because they see, the whole world is doing bad. They are not going hell. So why I should follow you, I asked the same question to my father. Some part of my life, I didn't become like a atheist, but kind of an agnostic. Don't know whether God is there or not, kind of a thing. My father used to get up early in the morning and he chant Rama, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram. He'll do bhajans of Tukaram, in the beginning. And then he'll chant for half an hour, 1 hour. And he'll do puja, morning 5 to 8, 3 hours. That's his life. And as a kid, what Krishna is giving? We are poor. My father never bought a house. We stayed in rented house throughout his life. We were so poor. Correct? But he was so peaceful. I never saw him got agitated or angry or always Ram's name in his mouth. Always talking about Ram. Jo Bhagwan ne diya hai, usse santusht raho. Never said that. And I said, what God is giving you, you chant the name of God and all these things. See all your, and he was in a very corrupt department, public poor department, PWD. He had lot of chance to earn money. He never accepted any bribe or anything. Right? Staying in a rented house, just imagine even though. So I used to ask father, what your Ram doing for you? What your God doing for you? And see all your friends and everything, they're engineers, they're building big bungalows. And that time having a scooter also was a big thing. They're having scooters and big bungalows. What you're doing is staying in a rented house. I said, I am living the way God has given me, they are living the way God they have given them. So I am satisfied where I am. So I couldn't get the answer at that time. You're doing Ram all day. But what you're getting, they are getting everything. They are not doing Ram. They are smoking, drinking, eating meat. They are doing all the sinful activities. You tell me they are sinful. And even though they are doing sinful activities, they are rich. Money is there, and nice opulence is there. They eat nice food and nice scooters and nice respect they get. So I was confused, like why he is doing all these things. Getting up early in the morning. They get up at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and all they get at 4. So why? Because our parents could not explain to us what is bhakti. They gave us the rituals, but they didn't give us the understanding behind the rituals. Correct? So we practiced the rituals, we remained like a religious person, but not practical following religious people. So that is what Prabhupada has given to all of us. Staying in Grihasthashram, how to keep the goal in Grihasthashram, devotion, not the material positions. Right? Now whether you are CEO, CFO, owner, and that becomes secondary. So that is the actual understanding of Bhagavad Gita. Right? So Bhagavad Gita, see who told, Krishna is told Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. Now he is a king, right? And he has 3 wives. We have difficulty in fact, maintaining one wife, correct? Already people talk about renunciation. I just remember, I don't know, it is a Maharaj story, but I'll just tell it. Now, one time, one Grihastha came to Maharaj. He was like about 40 plus, and he was frustrated with his job and with his wife and kids not listening. And he was coming and he told Maharaj, Maharaj, no, I'm frustrated with my life. And Maharaj said, good, that's the perfection of your life. You know why? Because Prabhupada says that in the Bhagavatam, unless you are utterly frustrated with your material life, you cannot practice Krishna consciousness seriously. Correct? Isn't that a wonderful word? Yeah. But, so what is that frustration means? That means you are not attracted. You don't get bewildered. You don't get agitated if you don't go with these things. Right? People in the outside world, those who are not in bhakti, they get so agitated, even if they don't get phone for I remember now in Pune, if electricity goes for 1 hour, people are like, no, cannot live like that. Right? They cannot live. How you can live your life without electricity? Lift is not working, geyser is not working, AC is not working. They get agitated. And 50 years ago, there was no question of agitation, correct? People were so simple. So they are not so used to this gadget. So devotee means he adjusts to all the situations because he is very simple. The demands are very, very less. And that is like a vairagi, living and having everything, but still utilizing everything in Krishna consciousness. And that is the most important thing. Prabhupada said that Krishna consciousness means changing our consciousness. That's it. Nothing else. You can remain in whatever position you are. You can see King Prataprudra, you can say Arjuna, Yudhishthira. So many devotees, like King Amrish, we hear the Bhagavatam, correct? Now Amrish was the king not only of India, the whole earth planet. He was the king of the whole earthly planet. But what king was doing? Can you imagine? We are proud that Narendra Modi works for 18 hours a day or something. But Amrish was working 24 hours. 24 hours for the benefit of citizens. And what he was doing? Very beautiful verse in Srimad Bhagavatam. Now he will go to temple, clean the temple with his hand, and then he will wave chamras to the deities, then he will do kirtan, hear katha or sometimes give katha, and associate with devotees. He will be there distributing prasadam. And how he was running kingdom? That is running kingdom. Because everybody practicing Yajasacharya Shrestha, everybody doing what king is doing. So no problems. Correct? Everybody, they see king washing the floors of the temple, the whole followers, everywhere in all temples people are cleaning the floor. My king is doing arati, all the citizens are doing arati. Or king is listening to the Bhagavatam, all people are engaged in listening Bhagavatam. Or king is dancing, everybody is dancing. So that is why Amrish Maharaj, you see, such a king was there. So that was his administration. That is his administration. Just to make sure that everybody engaged in devotional service. That's administration. Correct? That's what all ISKCON temples are. We make sure that people come here, they are engaged in Krishna service. That's what the temple meant. That is the purpose of the temple. Just to teach people how to practice that in home. Right? Brahmana's duty in the temple is to teach who is Krishna and who are you. What is your relationship? And I am telling you, it is not that sitting there and doing some karma kandas and archana paddhati and everything. Brahmana means to preach. And therefore, before Britishers came, there were 80,000 gurukuls in India. And they were all in temples. There were no universities. Right? There is no universities and there is no malls. Right? There were no shopping centers. There were no medical hospitals. Only thing you see was temple. And because everybody used to go to temple, their life was healthy, no doctor required. And that is why the Vedic standard of happiness is, the first is home grown, home cooked food. That's the first happiness. Second is no disease. Third is no debts. Debt, no debt. So if you have these three things, you are a happy person. It doesn't matter how much money you have, it doesn't matter what kind of house you live, if you have these three things, correct? But unfortunately, people have big houses, but they have all these three things. You see modern houses, right? Wherever you go, people have debts, people have diseases, and they don't even eat in house. At least devotees, they eat in house. They are both husband and wife are working, and what they are going to do in the evening, Swiggy or Zomato. Correct? They don't even cook in home. Now you don't have to go to restaurant. When you are coming home, you just order till you come home, food is there. Correct? Sit in front of TV and eat food and sleep. That's the life, because they don't know purpose of life. So in Krishna consciousness, if you prasadam, your life increases also. Material benefits are there. Disease is also decreased. So this is what Krishna consciousness is. Means wherever you are, just practice Krishna consciousness. And what is practicing Krishna consciousness begins with chanting Hare Krishna and eating prasad. These are the most two important things. No? Chant Hare Krishna and eat Krishna prasadam. And to do two things you have to associate. So three things you have to add to our whatever life we are living. Then our material, whatever life we are living becomes perfect. So I'm not going to talk too much. I would like to answer your questions if you have.
It started with Abhanga and stopped there.
Yeah, I forgot about it. Yeah, that's what happens. No, anyway, but I told whatever I have to tell. You still want to tell the Abhanga? Just I'll tell one Abhanga and I'll translate.
Yes.
Just say.
Yes.
So, Tukaram Maharaj is Atatri Pude Hachi Upadesha Naka Guru Nasha Ayushyatsa. So what is he saying? That what I am going to tell you, this is my experience, and I will advise you one thing: don't waste your life unnecessary. Don't Naka Guru Nasha Ayushyatsa. Don't waste your life. So Naka Guru Nasha Ayushyatsa. Then he says, Hitate Karave Devache Chintana. It is for your benefit that you should think about Krishna, chant the name of Krishna. And then he says, Karoniya Mana Ekavida. How to do that? Karoniya Mana Ekavida. With full concentration, you should chant. It is not that you look everywhere and chant. Chanting means focused chanting, not thinking of anything else. Correct? Maharaj, see, Maharaj, you have never seen Maharaj walking and chanting. If he is doing that, it's like extra. But he chants all 16 rounds sitting in one place. Right? So if you are, whoever is chanting, please try to practice this. Sit in one place and chant. Correct? So there is a story about Tukaram Maharaj. So one devotee came to Tukaram Maharaj and said, whenever I chant, my mind wanders everywhere. How many have this experience? Nothing. So you are not an exception, correct? Yes. Then he went to Tukaram Maharaj and Tukaram said, what should I do? Then Tukaram Maharaj said, you sit in place, let the mind wander. Right? And he will see that you are sitting, the mind will come back. But if you wander with the mind, you will also wander. Right? So sit in place and chant Hare Krishna. So even if mind goes somewhere, you are focused. You are sitting in front of a deity or a picture. So your mind is focused. So if you can sit in chairs on the floor, best. Otherwise, sit on the chair and do it. So that is what Tukaram Maharaj is saying. Karoniya Mana Ekavida means fully focused. Karoniya Mana Ekavida. Then the last thing is saying Tukamane Kaya Hoyeto Vyapar. See, Tukaram Maharaj said, just look at this process as Vyapar. Vyapar means business. And you decide. Now, what is the Vyapar? Vyapar means business. Right? So, what is in business? What is the most important thing in business? Profit, right? You see, my investment has to have a multiple times profit, correct? So what are you going to get from chanting Hare Krishna? Look at it as a business. What are you going to get out of chanting Hare Krishna? So he is saying that chant Hare Krishna, this is my experience. And he is saying at the end, look it as a business. What are you going to get? What are you going to get? Balgovinda, by chanting whole life Hare Krishna, giving life to Krishna.
You will be happy and satisfied with what.
That I am happy in drinking also.
But you are not satisfied. You have to drink again and again.
You think like that. I think you are not satisfied, that's why you are chanting Hare Krishna. Right? Yes, all the answers he said is right. So see what is Vyapar. They say, go to anybody in this world, whether it is a king or Devta, demigod, anybody, I don't want to die. Tell them one thing, I don't want to die. Correct? And see what he says. Can anybody save you from death? Go to anybody. Go to Shankar, go to Hanuman. They will tell you the way. Correct? Or go to Lakshmi, go to Durga, go to Baba. Is it? Can you save me from death? Nobody except Krishna says that. Tesha maham samudrata mrityu samsara sagara. Nobody other than Krishna says this. Nobody. Not even Ganpati, not even Shiva, not any demigod. Nobody. Only Krishna says that. Tesha maham samudrata mrityu samsara sagara. Only one person. Why he can say that? Now I can also say, I will save you from death. Do I have a capacity? Krishna has that capacity. Therefore he can promise. So that is why people are looking not to die in this world. They know. Just recently I was in Bridge Candy Hospital. I have a slip disc, so I went to meet one Asia's specialist. Same time, all of your hero, Dharmendra was there.
Oh, recently.
Recently. He was also admitted in the same hospital. And in the evening, because as I was watching something on my video, I saw Dharmendra's clip. You know, what is he saying? I earned so many things in my life. I had everything in my life. Now I don't know where I am going. Kam waqt ye mrityu kyun aata hai? That is his words. So this is what happens. I earned, no, he earned everything. He is handsome. He got your South Indian Imamali also. Second wife, not even first. Correct. He got everything. He said, I had everything in my life. Now I am in such a stage. I don't know why this death is coming and where I am going. Now how many of you have this question? Because you know where you are going. And that is the perfection of household life. That is the perfection of human life. I may not be perfect yet. I may not be 100% pure, but at least I know what I have to do and where I am going. At least we have that. So that fear of death is not there. The fear of what is going to happen to me after I am gone, what is going to happen to my wife, to my kids or to my house, we do not have that fear. Mrityu is just like, death is like just going from this room to that room. This room to that room. The person is still there. Correct?
Yeah.
For you, this is the room, but Krishna's house is so big, you go from here, even if you go to Sargaloka, it's the next room. You don't want to go there. Right? For your eyes, this is your home, but what is Krishna's home? Vasudeva, it's the whole universe. So you are going from this place to Vaikuntha, you are just changing the room, you are still there. You know, your family members know. So there is no worry about it. And that is what you are getting in Krishna consciousness. What a great gift. Can anybody give you this gift? With all the money you earned, with all the prestige you have, with all the friends you have, go and ask anybody, can you save me from death? Nobody can do that. The best example is our ex-Prime Minister, Indira Gandhi. She has all the 5 opulences of Krishna, not Vairagya. That's why I said 5 opulences. She was beautiful, she was knowledgeable, she was powerful, correct? She has money, all the opulences, except Vairagya was there, correct? Like mosquitoes, she was killed. Here, I think it's here only, right? Andhra? Alright, somewhere in South India also.
No, Delhi.
Delhi.
Yeah, he died at.
Oh, sorry, her son was killed here. Yes, Rajiv Gandhi was killed here. Yes, it is in Delhi, that's true. It's in Delhi. In a single flash of moment, everything is gone. So, what is the use of earning so much and dying like a mosquito? So, this is the purpose of life that Krishna is giving. You can earn money, you can earn prestige, but don't make that as a goal of life. That can be good to maintain yourself and understand even if all these things are there, they are useless. Understand these are not coming with you. So what is coming with you is only holy name. Correct? At the time of death, nobody comes from outside. But I have one friend, is one devotee actually, Aruna Mataji, you know, from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
She is having cancer now. She's almost on a deathbed. Correct? She has a cancer which just spread in like 1 month. She's a devotee, she's not initiated. So just imagine, now nobody from outside can help her. So whatever strength and whatever chanting you did is helping you within, inside. And that is the spiritual strength. Now we try to collect outside, I should have many relatives, I should have a lot of money, I should have so many things. But at the time of death, which is as 100% sure as death, they say, who is really helping you? Who is really helping you? Even the doctors have said that there is no hope. Now who is helping you? You are still alive. Only one thing is helping, your attachment to Krishna. He is the only protector. That's why Tukaram Maharaj in another Abhanga, he says, Tukamane Maja Jivisa Jivalaga. Now Jivalaga is Marathi word, but also it means, what is that Jivalaga? Like very good friend. What do you call it? Jigri dost, correct? We are looking for Jigri dost. Tukaram Maharaj said, Krishna, you are my Jigri dost. You are the only one who will still live with me all the time. So he is the one who is coming with all the bodies, whatever we accept. Why? Just to take us back. Because he knows that we are not going to be happy in this world. That's why he is coming to enlighten us in each life. Please come back, don't waste your time here. Right? Please don't waste your time here. So that is why Surudam, he is in our heart. And that's why Krishna says Jiva Laga. Means Jivacha Lagat, jo ahe to, whoever is close to your heart, his soul is your real friend. And who is that? Paramatma. Krishna is there. So he is here with us to take us back to body. So that is Krishna, that is why Tukaram says, even if you think as a Vyapar, if you do Krishna Bhakti, what you will do, you will become free eternally, not only once. Eternally free from birth, old age, disease and death. Eternally, you don't have to come back again. And not only that, you will attain your eternal position also as a servant of, as a sevak of Krishna. Not with fear, but with love. And that is what Krishna consciousness is offering. So you are all fortunate to have got this wonderful path of Krishna consciousness, but with that comes a responsibility of giving it to others. So this is a month of book distribution. So you have any program for book distribution, Prabhu? You distribute books also in the societies?
Yes.
Yes, very good. So everybody should read Bhagavad Gita before you go and distribute. Otherwise we distribute it, we don't read it, correct? We should read Bhagavad Gita and then go and distribute as much as possible to your friends, relatives, co-workers, whoever. Everybody is a customer. You don't have to worry about who is customer, who is not. Bhagavad Gita, whenever you give, everybody is a customer. It is not whether he is no, everybody is a customer, no matter who. Whoever is sitting next to you, just give it Bhagavad Gita. I have one doctor in Bhaktivedanta Hospital. When I was going in a bus, he was sitting next to me. And I was reading Bhagavad Gita because the bus I was it's in the village, bus like that. So my Bhagavad Gita, a little dozed off and my Bhagavad Gita fell down. It fell just next between both of us. And he saw me, I am sleeping, he picked up the Bhagavad Gita and he gave it to me and I became Amen. Then I just told him, your spiritual life is started. He didn't understand what I am saying. It's just I said your spiritual life started. Then he didn't understand, what is spiritual life. He started. I said, what do you mean, my spiritual life? He said, you picked up Bhagavad Gita. And you know what is Bhagavad Gita? This is the message of Krishna to you. And then I told him, in just 5 minutes. And he started coming for program. So don't have to worry, just sitting next to you is also a devotee. But only he don't know. We have to make him know. So what is our business? They have forgotten their relationship with Krishna and we just have to go and tell them. That's it. Hare Krishna. So I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to talk so much. So if you have any questions or... Is it okay, Prabhuji? I tried to follow your instruction too. I told something about Tukaram.
No, he Prabhuji. Prabhuji, by Prabhuji's inspiration and
Questions?
everything, 2000 Srimad Bhagavatam sets are distributed.
Wow, amazing. The Sankirtan.
Yes.
You cannot do alone, he cannot do alone. Together you can do
Together,
everybody.
And every day morning, Prabhuji conducts 1 hour Bhagavatam
I know.
class.
I'm going to join it.
Telugu, it will be in Telugu.
I have to learn Telugu. Maybe I should learn Telugu. There you go.
Prabhuji, I have a question maybe not related to the discussion. This is there.
Yeah, it's a common. Anybody can ask any question. Okay.
So nowadays a lot of protection of Sanatana Dharma, protecting Hinduism, this going on, especially after social media problems. So attacks from the other religions, the nationalism has got so much. So what is the relevance and to the extent where we can go as a devotees? Or in put it in other words, what is the connection between the nationalism and the devotion? And as a practicing devotees, how much we have to get into it? Or do your devotion, forget about anything, you are not here, please enlighten on that.
It's a very nice quote from Maharaj. Maharaj said how to live in this material world. Said first is spiritually absorbed. That means your sadhana. Right? Chanting 16 rounds, reading Bhagavad Gita, you are absorbed in spiritual. Socially compassionate. You see people are suffering in this world because of forgetfulness of Krishna, so you go and give that knowledge to them. And third is politically alert. You just be alert what you can do. Only thing you give a vote. So you do that once in a 5 year. But now what has happened? We are politically absorbed, socially composed, and spiritually zero. Right? So don't get absorbed in politics. What you can do is just give vote. So give to a proper candidate who can protect your, dharma, who can protect the cows, by whom we can protect our temples. We should elect some kind of people, those who are helpful to whatever we are practicing. So give that one, and doesn't take much time. Right? Those who are helpful to practice will be freely able to practice. Correct? So that's what we have to say. So we don't have to go and propagate for some party or something like that. You can tell your friends, this is what, those who are not is confused, or those who are not kind of, they don't know where to vote. You can tell them we should protect the dharma, that is essential. Because dharma is, again, it is not Hindu, Sanatan or like. Dharma is our constitutional position. So that's an opportunity to preach what is dharma, even in the time of election. Correct? Try to understand what is dharma. Correct? So then, what is exactly protecting the dharma? That's the Abhanga of Tukaram, Dharmache Rakshana. So I have come to protect the dharma, and how? Karane Palana, by practicing it. As I was telling you before in the beginning, why Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, we still have it? Because temples are destroyed, scriptures are destroyed, Brahmanas, priestly class, not by just wearing a thread. Just a priestly class means preachers. Brahmana is a preacher. They were killed. Still our dharma is existing. Why is that? Practicing people are there. It's coming in parampara. So dharmo rakshati rakshita. You follow dharma, that will protect you. That's from Veda. Vishwa Hindu Parishad logo. Correct? Dharmo rakshati rakshita. You practice dharma and that is the protection. It doesn't come by temple I will build, it may be broken. But the message we spread will be there all the time in this society. Temple for you is a devotion. For a demon, it is not a devotion. So he may see as a construction or some vastu and they can build it, they can demolish it. Right? But nobody can demolish what's in your heart. And this is why practicing dharma is preaching dharma, protecting dharma. And therefore we have to understand what is dharma first. Otherwise you are protecting adharma. If you don't know what is dharma, you are protecting adharma. So try to understand what is dharma and how you are going to understand. There is dharma. Now I will do little RSS preaching. Correct? Correct? Now whenever I go to like RSS or Vishnu Hindu Parishad, this kind of Hindu organizations, I ask them question. Who is the founder of the Islam? Muhammad, right? Who is the founder of Christianity? Jesus. Correct? Who is the founder of Hinduism? If you do not know your founder, how are you going to protect the dharma? How is Krishna is the founder? You are true, but how? No, that's Allah also says the same thing. Any verse Krishna says, Yada yada hi dharmasya, I come to establish. Samsthapaka. So he is the Samsthapaka of dharma. Have you read Bhagavad Gita? So how are you going to protect dharma if you don't know the meaning? See, other people, why you are blaming them? They know who is the founder, they know what he has done, they are practicing it. Why you don't practice what Krishna is telling? If you understand Krishna, if everybody knows Bhagavad Gita, right? But how many people read Bhagavad Gita? Muslims, everybody reads Bhagavad Gita. I mean, Quran. Christians, they read Bible. Of course, there are rebellious people in every place. It's not. But the Hindus are all rebellious. Right? In Muslims and Christians, some rebellious are there. But in Hindu, everybody is rebellious. What is rebellious? They do whatever they want. They don't listen to Krishna. But actually, in Islam, there is one God. Christianity there is one God. In Hinduism also there is one God. But we try to practice 33 million, 33 koti devata. But we don't understand who the 33 koti devata, 33 crores of devatas are worshipping. So Hinduism also teaches one God. Sarvadharman Parityajya. If you go to Bhagavad Gita. Hinduism is also teaching the same thing, one God. But because we don't read Bhagavad Gita, we go to Devi Devatas. Now there are no Devi Devatas, now Babas and Buas. Even the Devi Devatas temples are empty nowadays. People go to Babas and Buas and all these things. Why? Because you don't listen to your founder. Because you don't listen to Bhagavad Gita. And this is my RSS preaching.
Thank you.
There's a lot of RSS people come to our satsangs here.
Okay.
We're doing society. Even in this society, there are some RSS people.
Yeah. So anybody from RSS here? Oh, okay, you are there. I am actually Dvitiya Varsha Shikshit. I mean second year graduate in RSS. I almost became a RSS preacher. Somehow Prabhupada tricked me and got him in ISKCON. Within 1 month all my life changed.
RSS speech बोला अपन बाकी purely Sanatan धर्म बता रहा है telling pure Sanatan धर्म Krishna and you are telling RSS speech but that means RSS is a purely Sanatana dharma.
There are two different things. RSS is social but they are not spiritual. Correct? RSS is social. For them it doesn't matter who you practice. So you can see RSS people tell you can practice whatever you want. Correct? You can practice, you can be atheist also in RSS, doesn't matter. You can eat meat in RSS, doesn't matter. So they are social people, they are not spiritual people. Even in RSS you have freedom what to practice. Correct? So for them Krishna is the same and some Baba is also the same. Doesn't matter to them. Correct? Or even if you are a Nastik, doesn't go to any temple, that's also good. For them, whoever stays in India, that is Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangha. It is not, in America it is Hindu Swayamsevak Sangha, but in India it is Rashtriya. So the whole Rashtra is there. So their Sankalpana is about the country, right? Which is good. If you follow, practice properly, because see, by all the holy rivers are in India, all the incarnations they appeared in this holy land, that's why it is still intact. Everything others are cut and broken pieces. But this land of all the devatas and all the rivers is still intact because of that potency, spiritual potency, not because many kings tried to protect it. They did try best. You know, Rana Pratap, Shivaji, so many kings are there. I don't know anybody from South India, but everybody tried. It stayed, of course their efforts are there, but mainly this land is still intact because all the incarnations, those who appeared, Krishna, Rama, Parshuram, we can see that land is intact. It is because of spiritual potency, not because of anything else. All the rivers are still there, all the holy rivers. So that land is still there. It is not going to be there. It's a very, in Kali Yuga, that is also going to be divided in later, but at least for now. When people will lose all spiritual knowledge, India is also going to divide in Bhavishya, not soon, at least for not 10,000 years, for as long as Prabhupada books are there. Right? So yes, RSS is social organization. Right? But RSS practices Hinduism. So what is the book of Hindus? Bhagavad Gita. So are we practicing? So where is Garva se kaho hum Hindu hai? When you can have a garva or pride, you are practicing it. It's like I am proud because I got 98% of marks. Yes, there is some reason to be proud of. And you are having like 30% of garva se kaho, you know. I am a very intelligent person. So to say that garva se kaho Hindu hai, first you have to know what is in Bhagavad Gita and practice it. Right? So who preached Hinduism in India? Who kept it intact? Four Sampradayas and Shankaracharya. They kept it intact. At least follow one of them. Doesn't matter you become Mayavadi, later on you will become in the association of Balgovinda, all of you they will become Vaishnavas. But at least practice some spirituality according to Bhagavad Gita. Right? That is what is required. Hare Krishna. Are you RSS? You go to RSS? Or you have some friends in RSS? No? Okay.
I'm not aware of
Yeah. RSS is a social organization. One time I tell this in the evening also, but now it has come. Going through my friend and we all together. So one time he told Maharaj, he said, Maharaj, Vrindavan Prabhu was in RSS. And Maharaj didn't know. This is in 85. Maharaj was new in India at that time. And Maharaj asked, what is RSS? Then I was going to say, it is a social organization, Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangha. Then Maharaj said, I am also RSS. You know? Richard S. Levin.
Wow.
So I didn't leave RSS.
You joined RSS.
I wanted to join RSS. I really joined RSS. And then I told Maharaj, I am still RSS. Maharaj Swami Sevak. I tell this in the evening. Remind me if I forget. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Prabhuji, when our health is not good, so that time doing sadhana, especially chanting, is little challenging. That we cannot focus properly, or even we don't get feel like to chant when your health is not good. So how to motivate us during those periods?
Yeah. See, one thing you have to understand, just like when you are sick, you take medicine, correct? The medicine is bitter. It doesn't taste good, but still you take it. Similarly, in whatever condition, 100% we should try to give our time, give our energy to chant Hare Krishna. It may not be focused, it may not be attentive, but Krishna sees you are struggling to do it. So Radhanath Maharaj said, Krishna is not looking at your perfection. Krishna is looking at your honest endeavors. Give your 100%. Just like mothers, all of you are mothers. Now, first time your child is walking towards you, right, how you feel? So excited, right? But he falls down. You are still happy. Why? He has the ability to walk. That gives you faith that he will walk. Then you hold his hand. Then you start making walk. Again he falls. You leave him, he falls. If Krishna is exactly behaves with all his devotees like that. He gives you the capacity, then leaves you alone. And when he sees you are falling, again he picks up. So yes, material world, it is not easy to practice Krishna consciousness. Because there are so many troubles, or because they say about the kids is crying problems. Why are you talking about me? This is spiritual lecture. Okay. So understand, material world is full of problems. There will be health problem, economic problem, social problem. So many problems are there. To relieve, become as free as possible from problems, but health you cannot say no, because it is happening with us. Right? So be as much as possible, because it is not that sometimes it is bad, sometimes it is good. So be as possible attentive. Right? That's what only. Keep your 100%. Krishna wants to give us our 100%. Rest all, whatever is less, he will make it up. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Sometimes
So don't give up.
Feel like to do, yeah, exactly.
Yes, that is our mind, not the sickness. Not the sickness. It is our mind telling not to do. Because you got some excuse. Okay, chalo ek din se kya hota hai? What will happen in one day? But that's mind. Therefore, you have to read every day. Listen to Bhagavatam every day. Every day we have to listen to one lecture of Guru and read Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam, just to keep our mind in place. And that will teach us to read. So whether you like it or not, we have to do it.
But these problems sometimes motivates also. Okay, I want to get rid of this permanently and so
Yes,
do it.
but mainly they distract also.
Yeah, both actually.
Motivation is there when they are not there. When they are there, you have to deal with it. You have to deal. Suppose I have a cancer, how you are going to deal with that, correct? You have to take help of doctor and do, but consciousness has to be, we should not let our consciousness be here, there. So that is the reason, no matter what's happening in my life. Actually, I told in the morning in my Japa talk, one of Tukaram Abhanga. So it is said in the scripture, Nitya Shuddho, Nitya Mukto, Abhinno Nama Namina. So what is holy name is Nitya Shuddha. Holy name is pure. Nitya Mukto. Holy name is not bound by anything material. It is free from material desires or material conception. And that is why it is non-different from the Lord. Correct? But unless I come to that Nitya Shuddho level, I will not appreciate Krishna consciousness. So I am still in impure stage. But at least I should have faith, Nitya Shuddho. Holy name is pure. Then unless you are free from material desire, Nitya Mukto, you will not understand Krishna consciousness. But at least I am on that path. I am not free yet. Because Krishna's holy name is free. So I have to be free to understand free. But that is the only way helps us to become free. Nitya Shuddho, Nitya Mukto, Abhinno. Then you will understand. Abhinno. It is non-different from the Lord. Right? So therefore, Rupa Goswami says, Utsaha, Nischaya, Dhairya. These are the three things. There are more three things. So three most important. Enthusiastic, correct? Utsaha, Nischaya, determined. And Dhairya, patience. Now patient means patience. So we are all patient. Sadhaka means we are all patient. So we have to have patience. So this part is first is enthusiastic and the second is determination. So there is a nice Abhanga poem by Tukaram Maharaj about how determined we should be while chanting Hare Krishna. It's my favorite abhanga about holy name. So what is he saying? That 7 दिवसाचा जरी उपवासी तरी कीर्तनाशी सोडू नये. Said even if you are starving for 7 days, don't give up chanting. Even if Krishna makes you starve for 7 days, don't give up chanting. That faith we should develop. Then he says, Tuto he mastaka, puto he sharira, namacha gajera sodu nahi. Even if your head is cracked into 100 pieces, body into 1000 pieces, still don't give up chanting. Right? And the third he says, जरी शरीराचे झाले 2 भाग तरी कीर्तनाशी सोडू नये. Even if somebody is cutting into 2 pieces, still don't give up chanting. He says, ऐसा ज्याचा नामी निर्धार. One who is determined to chant like this holy name, तेथे निरंतर देव वसे. He will understand how there is no difference between holy name and Krishna. Not beautiful? Now, the question here is, if my body is cut into pieces or divided into 2 parts, how I can chant? Is not a question? But that is the difference. Your soul, you are chanting, not this body. That realization you will get. Correct? So that is kind of the highest. So that is why we have this Ekadashi. You have to learn to minimize your bodily necessities. Why the fasting is important. I can still survive without water. Fasting doesn't mean, without water, it doesn't say without air. Okay? One who made the laws, scriptures, they know our strength. Correct? They didn't say without food and air also, food and water. Krishna knows, we cannot live without air. So Krishna didn't add, fortunately for us. No water, no air. Nirjal or Nishwas. Nishwas Ekadashi. Right? Yeah, Nirjal Ekadashi is there. Yes, we can stay without water. Right? And what you are realizing in that? And how you can stay without water, without food, if you have substituted that with holy name and hearing Harikatha. Otherwise you cannot. You will wait for when the Parana time is, when I have to pray. Because you are not, your mind has to be absorbed in holy name or chanting. Then you feel no hunger, no thirst, like 7 divsasa jari upavashi. Now why Tukaram Maharaj is saying that? There is an example for that. Who is know his example? 7 days. Without sleep, without food, without water. Parikshit Maharaj. So it is not just a theory. There is an example, Parikshit Maharaj. 7 days. Not only daytime, in the morning, counsel drawing, his reasoning, Bhagavatam in the go, night stopping. No. Bhagavatam goes on day and night. No water, no drinking, no sleeping. That is what 7 divsasa. Right? So this should be our determination. No matter what happens in my life, I am not going to give up my chanting. That must faith we have to develop. Right? And that will come in the Bhagavatam. You see, Bhagavatam, all the devotees are there. Bhagavatam is mainly up to 10th canto is about devotees who practice Krishna consciousness. Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj, Ajamil, Puranjan, Parikshit, Yudhishthir, Dhruva, Bhishma. So many devotees are there, how they practice. And you will find many of them are in different circumstances. So you can relate to it. So by reading, when you read Bhagavatam, your problem becomes now nothing. Right? Nobody is torturing us like Kunti or Pandavas or Prahlad. We are better situated than all of them. Correct? So then that gives us strength. Oh, if these people can do their mercy, I can also do. It may be hard, but at least why not give 100% from my side? That is what Krishna wants. Okay? Hare Krishna. So remember this abhanga whenever you feel little.
I note it down.
Hare Krishna, yes.
How can we get those 3 abhangs you said?
Huh? Which one?
You just said 3.
Yeah.
Recording is there, I can give you if you understand Marathi.
No, I just want by heart.
Memorize it, Marathi.
Memorize.
I will give
Because you
you.
said by so nice in hearing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, so listen to the
That's really
lecture.
motivating, Prabhuji. Whenever we feel that, we
Yeah.
can read those abhunas.
Yeah, when you-
I have it with me. in my
so
phone.
powerful when you say that. I didn't understand Marathi, but the power is there.
Yeah, I know. So these are just glimpses of Tukaram.
Anyway, now you are
Somehow
waiting.
your desire is getting fulfilled, all both of you.
Now you are waiting for that. I don't know when that will happen, but
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji said it 3 days: Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Actually, I can talk about Tukaram Maharaj, I can talk about Maharaj for 26 hours, that's my record till now. But I can talk about Tukaram 15 days, every day 2 hours. But we minimize 3 days, 3 or 5 days. That just is teaching. And Abhangas is different, that's another 15-day session. So anyway, don't want to scare you.
No, we are waiting for that. Yes. Hare Krishna, Anka, anybody? Anything else?
Okay. So, for disease, when we get disease, we see that disease is more powerful than our ability to remove it. Sometimes we also give up. Okay, you go whenever you do whatever damage you want to do, you do now. Of course, we take the medicine also, but disease is powerful. We give up. Like when we get fever, we are done. We have to sleep. Then we can't do it. So anarthas are like kind of disease only that I have adopted onto myself. I'm practicing it. I know it's a disease now. At least after coming to Krishna consciousness, I know it's a disease. Earlier I used to think it is good. The ability to become anger. I can be very angry on others, but now I know it's a disease. So, Prabhuji, my question is, we feel helpless when these anarthas, these diseases keep on coming onto us, keep on sprouting out again and again. How much we should just leave it to Krishna when they're troubling too much?
Yes, good question. So there are diseases on different level. Right? There are physical disease, there are mental disease, intellectual disease, and egoistic disease. And the best person in the world is ego disease. Correct? There is no medicine for that. Correct? And the best intellect, I know the best thing, no medicine for that. Correct? Then there is a mental level disease is there. I am diseased. That is mental. It is mentally. Correct? So these, what you are talking about anarthas is a mental disease. It is not physical disease. It's a mental disease. That I cannot give up these anarthas. Correct? You think that in your mind too. Correct? That's why you cannot give them up. But as you practice Krishna consciousness, you are not practicing to remove the anarthas. You are practicing to become a consciousness pure. Automatically they dissolve. You don't need to separately practice to control your anger. You don't need to separately practice to control your lust. You don't need separately to practice control your greed. All this will be dissolved in Krishna consciousness. So that's why Krishna says, offer your mind to me. Because this is mental disease. All the anarthas. They can be what we call as a conditioning. Right? Conditioning, you can become, free from conditioning when you understand you are free, mental level. Physical diseases are there, just like you say you are sick, you have fever, right? Or you got cough and cold, your hands are broken, legs are broken. That's the physical. So as long as we are in healthy condition, we should practice Krishna consciousness. And that will help you at the time of your disease. You are not able to pick up the beat back, but in mind you can think about Krishna. In the mind you can think about all the places you visited in yatras. In the mind you think that you gave the DYS course or Bhagavad Gita course. You are capable physically, your mind is still working. So when you are strong, you should practice Krishna consciousness vigorously. That time don't become lazy. So that will help you when you are getting diseased. Right? That time physically probably you will not be able to even lift your beard back. Correct? So if you practice Krishna consciousness when you are strong, Krishna will help you. Like there is a verse, I forgot it actually, that if you practice, if you remember Krishna, Krishna will remember you when you can't remember him.
Wow. Very good.
There is a verse, I'm not getting it right now. So if you remember Krishna when you are strong and healthy, Krishna will remember you when you are weak. And that will be your more strength. That is what happens at the time of death. Why Tukaram is saying Krishna is your best friend? Because friend is, what is that say in English? Friend is. So what is the most needful time in your life? At the time of death. And that's where he is the best friend who is with you. Have you developed a relationship all of your life with that friend who is with you in your heart, who is traveling with you all the time? So that is what Krishna consciousness, developing our relationship with Krishna who is within our heart. Right. So he will help you when you are physically diseased. And this mental, equal, intellectual, we have to come on our own out of that disease. Because it is so-called disease, it is not really disease. Correct? So it's kind of a conditioning, you can come out of conditioning. Rasovarjam rasopyasam param dushpa nivartate. So these anarthas are, they can go, they will be washed off in your bhakti. Very good. Yes.
I have two questions. The first question is on Ekadashi day, what would your recommendation be? Because like for me, I want to do many things. Like one thing is attend Mangalarti in a temple, or and then hear a lot of Bhagavatam, maybe 2-3 lectures of Bhagavatam, read Bhagavatam, do chanting more than what we regularly do. So do you recommend that exclusively on Ekadashi day we absorb the entire day in chanting and do everything else on other days? Or like how exactly is it dependent on our mood? What is your recommendation?
My recommendation is do whatever you feel best. See, Ena Prakarana Mana Krishna Nivase. That is the most important process. So it depends upon you. What is, if you are working lady, how I am telling you that chant 64 rounds, a year 5 times Bhagavatam, you know. I don't know what is your position. So you have to decide, whole day you are in home, chant 64 rounds, hear Bhagavatam, you know, do some devotees do deity worship, especially on Ekadashi, to do Sringar, cook for Krishna. So Mana Krishna Nivase, that is Ekadashi. Upavas means stay near. Right? But if you don't stay good to stay near, then you stay near TV. That's what people do, right? I am doing Upavas, but I am doing watching IPL, you know, sitting in the TV. So Upavas, Mana Krishna Nivasayati. So you decide whatever you are. Now in the temple, what they do, they chant 64 rounds whole day. Correct? So some devotees are so enthusiastic, they finish their round by 1 o'clock, and 1 o'clock they go for book distribution. Now, they do both, because this is the time where you can give Krishna to others. So you chant 60, they did their own sadhana, then paropakara. And there are some devotees who recite whole Bhagavad Gita, and they go and distribute Bhagavad Gita, or they chant 64 rounds, whole Bhagavad Gita reading, and they attend morning and evening class. So it depends upon individual. The point is Mana Krishna Nivasa. Okay? And the Ekadashi, I remember, I am from a background of Varkari Sampradaya. So actually, the Ekadashi, they start the day before in the evening, and the whole day, that night, and the next day around Suryodaya. All that time, I have seen my father doing kirtan and kathas. No food, no water, no sleep. That means 2 days no sleep, and about 48 hours of no food. I've practically seen with my grandmother, my grandfather and my father doing that in my home. So that is Upavas.
Balgovinda Prabhuji has that concept, and many wonderful Matatis in the Association of Balgovinda Prabhu, they do 200 rounds, 190 rounds and all that, starting from the previous day night till the next day that Suryodaya.
Wow, Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji is very inspirational.
I know. When I came to Hyderabad, I feel like that I should join Hyderabad. Hare Krishna.
My second question, Prabhuji. My
Yeah,
second
but I feel like that wherever I go, okay. Yes.
My second question is that I find it very easy talking to strangers about Krishna consciousness or neighbors or anybody. But it's very, very difficult to even utter something with the family members who are like not really into this part. So though they are like, I would say they are favorable because they are allowing me to do whatever I like. I mean, there is no objection. But why there is, absolutely no. I have been practicing for 6 years, of course, and they have seen me through the thick and thin. Probably that's why it is not motivational to follow what I am doing. But why is it that it's so difficult to talk to your own? But rather it is so easy to talk to neighbors, and you see that somebody just with one talk they are getting, they are getting inspired. They're coming into Krishna consciousness. They're doing different wonderful things. But our own is not doing anything. How do we take this and what should be?
Yeah. So first thing, don't think you're preaching to your own. See them as strangers also. Correct? Because they are not own.
They
There
don't
are-
want to hear a word also.
Yeah, because you talk to them 24 hours, you know. Strangers are in front of you 15 minutes. Correct? Strangers are there for 15, 20 minutes, okay, whatever you want to talk, you know. Relatives, they are not like that. They are with you for 24 hours, correct? So we should understand when to talk and when not to talk, right?
I don't talk
By
to
our
them.
own example, we should preach and understand everybody has their own karma, right? But we should try to give not with force,
Prashad.
like prasadam or encouraging to chant. If they chant, okay. If they don't chant, pray for them every day, right? And don't have any kind of a grudge if they are not following their demons or something like that. You know, sometimes people they become Krishna conscious. Young people they go home and you are Hiranyakashipu. You know, so that is not proper behavior, correct? Don't consider our the parents or brothers and sisters or like it, or husband or wife and demons. You know, everybody has their own space. It's like, am I following 100% what my Guru Maharaj expected? But still he engaged me in service. So try to engage them in some service. Just like remember olden days in your family, you know, your grandfather and father, they're doing puja. That, oh, go and get some flowers. And we didn't have any problem, go and get flowers. Oh, go and get some leaves, go and get some water, go and get some incense. That is engaging family members. Indirectly we were engaged in devotional service. We didn't ask for much philosophy, correct? What if my father tells, sit and chant Hare Krishna? No. But I am able to do some services. That is called Ajnat Sukruti. So you engage around, people around you in Ajnat Sukruti, in some seva. And give them prasadam. Correct? And in between, some preaching. Once you tell, I wanted to chant, they understood what you want. But if you tell them 50 times, the value will be minimized. I heard this many times, you know, then it will become. So, don't need to every day preaching the same thing again, because everybody knows. Now, all of us, we know we are not this body. But are we on that platform? It takes time. So, similarly, they know they are not this body, but it takes time to come to their standard. So, first thing, preacher means patience also. You preach, don't expect them to be like a pure devotee in one day, or 1 month, or 1 year. Or even if they are taking it slowly, that's okay. Right? Let them go at their space. Because many people have many priorities. That your priority is spiritual life, but they are not that much convinced yet. So we should be patient, you know, and we should love and show compassion more than before. So they will be attracted to you. Right? Hare
My
Krishna.
pattern, a little bit I could say is that what I believe is that first put our own oxygen mask, then baki ka dekhenge. So I am not really into, I don't tell them that do this, do that. But like you said, in these externals, definitely
Actually, there are two references I can give. In Marathi, there is one saying, Sonarani kantosle. You know, if you make the hole in the ear, you cannot do that properly. You have to go to a sonar, wordsmith only. Right? That's what I'm saying in Marathi. In Christianity, Maharaj told me this thing, but preacher is not appreciated in his hometown. Jesus was preaching in his hometown and they killed him. That is not appreciated. So you go where you are appreciated. Okay. Why waste time where people are not able to listen to you? Go to people who are listening. That's what book distribution is. Don't waste your time convincing one person for 1 hour. In that time, you can distribute 10 Bhagavad Gitas. Correct? Yeah. Hare Krishna.
I was just planning to share what example you gave, bro. My parents were completely against Krishna consciousness. So when they got to know that I was introduced to Krishna consciousness, they came to America to save me from Krishna consciousness. So then I was thinking how to preach them. Then, like you said, I can't preach my own parents, so handed them over to Balgovinda Prabhu preached them so nicely. My father, he finished reading Bhagavatam cover to cover 2 times, Chaitanya Charitamrita 2 times. They were chanting 64 rounds, 32 rounds, everything Balgovinda Prabhu took care. And finally, my father left in his hands, literally holding his head. He chanted the last mantra and he left his body. They got initiated also. Perfectly. Prabhuji has delivered.
I'm hearing a lot of glories around Balgovinda Prabhu. Very well. Hare Krishna.
Anybody have any other
Yeah,
questions?
there was somebody who raised the hand. Yes.
Small question, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So regarding on the same lines, whenever people see in my community, people are well off. They are mostly having everything which they want and more than needed actually. So when they come across and they see me they always ask, what do you guys do in ISKCON? It is like kirtans and having good prasad. That is what they think is about Krishna consciousness. So because whenever I go around, like you said, I distribute some prasad. I give them some small, like preaching, not exactly, but small things, advices when they are not good and sick. So how do I convince someone when they come and ask me on my face, like you are chanting, what happened in your life? Something changed, some miracles happened. You are reading Bhagavad Gita, why should I read? How do I convince them? Maybe a small tip from you, who is having nothing like no spiritual inclination. But if I want them to chant Hare Krishna mantra or take a Bhagavad Gita book, how do I tell them?
You see, since I started practicing Krishna consciousness, everything I see is a miracle. Everything you see is a miracle.
Yes.
Correct? How many people see sun and think about it's a miracle? Is it not a miracle that every day you are seeing a sun, you are alive? Is it not a miracle? How does sun come right in a time? Is any jadugar ko kya kehte, magician there who can create a sun? You are breathing every second. Is not a magic? You take it for granted. Correct? Every day you are breathing. You are drinking water. Oceans of water. Is it not a miracle? Miracle means what you cannot do.
Yeah.
Try to find out who is doing this miracle. Who is giving you air, who is giving you food, who is giving you water, and who is giving you body to survive. Right? That's why Tukaram Maharaj says, Chale he sharira konachi ya satte kona golovite harivina. He said, try to find out who is running all this show, who is running my body, where I am getting to breathe. Don't just take breath and just live. Correct? If somebody gives you 1,000 rupees, what do you think? Thank you. You breathe 2,600 times in a day. Practically you should keep thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Correct? So that we say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So that's the way of saying thank you to every breath. Every breath. That is why Krishna says, Satatam Kirtayatama. Think about me every second, because there are a lot of opportunities. I am living because of the air and where I am getting the air. I am giving because of water where I am getting the water. I cannot create. Right? So try to find out who has given you all these things. In Marathi it is called Kritagna and Kritagnya. means what is that called? Grateful and ungrateful, right? So when you are called grateful, you appreciate what your gifts you have got. And when you are unfruitful, you get the gift and use it for themselves. You are ungrateful. So I'm just trying to be grateful to God who has given us all the things. That is what bhakti is. Bhakti is gratefulness, correct? And practically every Hindu knows one sloka from Puranas. Now if I recite, everybody will recite. No matter whether you go to Kashmir or to Kanyakumari or Dwarka to Jagannath Puri. Everybody in India knows this one sloka. No. Kayeన vacha manasendreva sutyatmanava prakriti svabhava karoti yadyat sakalam prapasye narayanayati samarpayami. Is it not true?
Yes.
Have you heard that from your childhood? Correct? This is Krishna consciousness. That's it. So practice what you say. This sloka everybody practically in India knows. And they have to know if they are Hindus. Correct? So what does it mean? Kayena, with my body. Vacha, kayena vacha, with my words. Mana, with my mind. Kayena vacha mana. So indriya, along with the senses. Buddhya, with my intelligence. Prakriti. This body is coming from the Prakriti because whatever is there in Prakriti, earth, water, fire, air, either mind, intelligence, false ego is there in this body. So this body is a Prakriti. Swabhava, whatever my occupation is. Swabhava. Karoti yat yat, whatever you do with all these things, samarpayami. Narayana is samarpayami. That is Krishna consciousness. So I am not doing something different. I am doing whatever I said. Narayana is samarpayami. This is Krishna consciousness. Yes, Balgovinda Prabhu. It is not that something new I found out or ISKCON has brought it from America or something like that. It is there since your childhood. Only we don't know how to practice it. We don't know how to practice it. And that's what I am learning to practice. So, preacher means you go to their level and try to make them understand what they are doing. So this is what, this is the whole sloka, is it not? Is what they call it, the nutshell Krishna consciousness. Kayena vacha manasendreva. It's in the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So practically everybody in India knows this sloka. They may not know Karmandivadikaraste. Because after every arati all over India I have seen, they sing this Kayena vacha manasendreva, but they don't know how to practice. Correct? Yes, Hare Krishna. Is that makes... So first thing we are trying to be grateful to the person who is giving everything, and that is spiritual life. Spiritual life is not like going to temple, ring bells. Spiritual life means gratefulness. So what Arati means, all the tattvas we are offering in Arati. That is why it is called earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind is in false ego. That is what Arati is. Right? So Arati is not just a ritual. And the sign of love we are offering to Krishna. What is there? Earth is there, water is there, fire is there, chamara, air is there, right? Conch shell, kham is there. So these are the things means Arati is not a ritual. You can go to Tirupati temple and ask the Brahmana, what is Arati? He will not be able to tell you. This is Arati. By love you are offering this. Arati means with artata, with deep feeling in your heart. Offering to the Lord, that's called Arati. Hare Krishna. I'll tell you so many rituals from our childhood, correct? Now everybody knows we have to go to temple and sit for a minute. Is there in South India too?
Yes.
Is there in Maharashtra, is also in UP and all. Why you have to sit for 2 minutes?
Remember the deity again.
Break the coconut.
Recollect.
You're all right. But one thing is there. Even if you hear one word of a sadhu in that lecture, we're going on in the temple, that will change your life. That is why you sit. You cannot say the deity. You saw the deity, you got tired and you sat. Because you do not appreciate the deity. We saw it or took darshan. What darshan? Saw the deity darshan. You in your place, I am in my place. Hare Krishna. Darshan ho gaya. Prasad bhi kha liya. Why you sit? Because whatever lecture, temple means always preaching. Preaching going on. Temple is preaching. So even if you heard one word, unattentively, That will change your life. If somebody is saying to somebody, that's it's like, Mahaprabhu used to come here, how he became a devotee. He heard Naji Prabhu talking to Sahadev, his friend. Correct? अरे यार अपना ये भौतिक लाइफ मत वाया करो, डालो, भगवान की भक्ति करो. So he overheard it. So he came to know what did he say, and he learned all Krishna consciousness. This is sadhu sangha. Sitting there for 1 minute, sadhu sangha, sarvasya jivare, kshana matra. So that is why sitting in the temple is ritual. Now we see people come to temple and sit on mobile. So that is not sitting in ritual is there, but they don't know why we sit in the temple. Take prasadam, take charanamrut. What does it mean? Charanamrut means water coming from the lotus feet of the Lord. That will purify your heart. Correct? And listen from the Brahmana. That is preaching. Who is Lord? What is your relationship? So that is the temple. So we practice all the rituals, but we don't know what that ritual is. Right? Wearing the bell. Why wearing the bell? That is exactly there in British judicial system. Right? When they come inside, they said, "My Lord," and they come in. So it is a relationship. Krishna, I am coming. Right? Because you know that he is busy with everybody else, whether he will pay attention to you or not. That's why we knock the door. When you go to somebody's room, what do you do? Knock the door, I am coming. So it is telling Krishna that I am coming for your darshan. Please be merciful to me. Correct? And that also takes all the vibrations going on in your mind. All the ringing bell makes you that you are in temple now. And your mind, focus your mind on where you are. So that's the purpose of ringing. So in Vrindavan there is one temple. They have a very nice sign. We can have that in ISKCON temple too. Said there is a sign near the shoe rack. Said, "जूते के साथ मन भी इधर रखिए." Now keep your mind here with the shoes. So mind is like a shoe. It goes anywhere. Doesn't create whether it is dirty or clean. So we have to keep him out when you come into Adhyatma. Correct? Hare Krishna. Yes.
Prabhuji, yesterday I was listening to a lecture on YouTube by Service. He is a Brahmachari Prabhuji.
Yes.
So he mentioned that if you don't have a guru, Krishna will accept Mukha Prasada or even Archavitra Seva. So now there are many devotees I see that they are not initiated because there are some Maharaj they don't give immediately the initiation. It takes many years, like they are waiting for like 20 years, even 10-15 years. So and even in the disciple course I read the question number 8 that whatever chants are done without initiation is all gone waste. I mean, it's of that, it's not no use. That's what it is clearly mentioned. So now what happened to them, Prabhuji, who are like applied for initiation, but then it's not, they are not getting it from many years. So what happens to their sadhana or their seva?
So there are two ways to look at it. One is unknowingly, and second is knowingly. So unknowingly in our early stage of Krishna consciousness, we don't know who is our guru, we don't know anything. So that time we encourage to offer it to Krishna. Correct? Then as you submissively start hearing, then Prabhupada becomes your guru and Prabhupada comes on the altar. At least you are offering to Prabhupada. So that's the second stage. And the third stage is you get spiritually attracted to somebody and you want to take initiation. Correct? As soon as you decide in your heart and you are convinced about it, you are not going to change it. Just like you have a independence to accept a guru, guru also has to accept disciple. So you accepted Krishna in your heart. He knows that you have accepted a guru. So with that faith and conviction, you can keep his picture on the altar and you can offer. Whether you are a regular authorized disciple or not disciple, it doesn't matter. That you have accepted him, the link is established. It is like that engagement is done, marriage is take place. Correct? You have accepted in your heart, he is going to be my husband. I don't want any other husband. So he is my spiritual master. Correct? I will first, before accepting any spiritual master, you go around and look around and do. Once you accept, whoever he is, don't change your mind. Take your time, 1 year, 2 years, doesn't matter. Don't rush if somebody is forcing you or if somebody is, pushing you. No, they said, give me some time. But don't waste your whole life or give me time, correct? It should be done within one year or something. There is a prayer. So decide, and then whether it takes 15 years, 20 years, doesn't matter. Your relationship is established. You offer his mantra, Krishna will accept that prasadam through the Guru Parampara. Okay? Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, there is a question from an online devotee.
Oh, online. Okay. So I can give online answer.
What level of standard we should maintain at home doing the deity worship? Is it an offense if we unknowingly make any mistakes during that process?
In home, it is not strict. Correct? You can follow as much as possible. Right? There should be something minimum but regular. It is not like you want to do your arti, next day you don't do. If you are not doing, don't do it anytime. So set a minimum standard and then raise your standard according to your surrender, desire, time, temple seva. Right? All these things you have to consider. So, but minimum thing is offer at least a flower and incense, at least flower and incense. Right? And you may not be possible to dress the deities every day, but then you can decide once in a week on Ekadashi kind of a thing. So you decide, and what you keep your minimum standard and practice that as much as possible regularly. Now, there are some devotees who are like a temple standard. They offer like 7 offerings and everything, but very rare. Like in Pune, there is Janva Mataji there. But they know that is not practically possible for everybody. So you set a standard in your home, whatever minimum things are there. But they should happen regularly. And all family members should be engaged. All the kids, wife, husband, they should be engaged. All families should be engaged. Right? So this is the practical. And unknown mistakes, Krishna don't consider. Krishna is not sitting there with a rod. Correct? Krishna is sitting there to accept your love. So if you understand this is a mistake, don't do it unknowingly. That's why we have a minimum deity worship book in how to worship in home. There is a small book about Maharaj. Do you have it in here? Beginners in Krishna consciousness. So that explains how much minimum we should have it in home. Right? And then you can increase to whatever level you can. Considering temple deities are most important priority. If you are dressing the deities in the temple, that's most important priority. Right? And then you come home, you can do both. Right? Yeah, that way there is no fixed standard for Grihasthas, but you decide minimum basic standard which is explained in Bhakti Vikas Maharaj's book, and then you go on increasing as much as you can. Hare Krishna.
People who do photoshoot, you don't have deities, then what is the...
You can have a picture, photo is good.
Yes.
But you don't need to have like a 30 Koti Devata on the altar. Only Radha Krishna, Gaur, or Tukaram, Best Balaji, in Maharashtra, Vittal Rukmini. Just don't make it like a elaborate Lakshmi, Saraswati, Shivji, Hanuman, 50 stones and another, and a big thing, and you don't know who you are focusing on. Correct? Just a minimum Radha Krishna. Just simple like this, so simple actually.
Many new people keep asking, sorry for more number of questions. Many new people keep asking about like how do they, now they know that Guru is important, but how do they start their journey? How do we know who are the initiating spiritual masters? How do we listen to the different lectures? So what should be the guidance?
Safe is whoever is preaching to you, you follow him. You know?
But about initiating?
No, whoever preaching to you, he knows so many things about who is initiating. Or you hear people visit, sometimes Jayapataka Maharaj comes, Bhakti Vikas Maharaj comes, Radhanath Maharaj comes. Who else come here? Whoever comes, Bhakti Raghav Maharaj comes, who? Indradumna Swami Maharaj. So all these great saints who come here. So you hear them, you listen to them, correct?
So that can limit the number of masters whom you listen to. Is that okay?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Even if you listen to one person and get attached, that is also enough, right? So just like I'm speaking, there is only one speaker here. But in a big program, what happens? Speaker is one, the 50 speakers are there. So all the spiritual masters in ISKCON, they are like speakers. And speaking is Prabhupada.
Haribo.
You sit near any speaker will hear the same thing. But make sure that you are sitting under a clean speaker, not you know. This should get a clear message. I know. Hare Krishna. Yes.
So, I'm introducing to this Krishna conscious from past years. I set my mind like in order I want to keep the details. But my problem is like my elders say, I will be replacing this. Can we keep it parallel with that or how should we? I am convinced that he is the Supreme Lord. So in this case, how should I convince my elders? Because they say that it is not coming from past years and how you can keep it in the broadcast.
I don't know what exactly you have in the deity room or your altar. Ganpati is there, Balaji is there, yes. You put them according to the level, there is nothing wrong. In home, it's okay. But make sure Krishna is on top. Ganpati can be in the line of spiritual masters. Right? And Prabhupada says facing Krishna because Ganpati is happy to see Krishna sitting on the higher throne. But most important is peace in home. Don't fight Ganpati is superior or Krishna is superior, correct? Till everybody is convinced. Till they say, okay, why Krishna is up and Ganpati is down? For there, please keep Ganpati next to Krishna. He is happy there and Krishna knows who he is and Ganpati knows who he is. Right? You be peaceful. Don't break their, just for adamant. Krishna is supreme, everybody is down. No, not like that.
They don't have any problem. They don't have any problem.
They don't have, yeah, we should be peaceful. Hare Krishna.
Okay.
But my last question.
Your last question.
Prabhuji, my kids, they do every day one round of chanting and morning, evening they pray to Krishna and also they read the Gauranga Prabhuji's Bhagavatam Facebook. But other than that, they also want to read other books, like other books, like Sudhamurti books, like that they want to read. So, should we allow them to read or what to do? And Bollywood movies or Hollywood, nothing they watch. But they are very interested in reading books. But then what should we do, Prabhuji? Should we allow them?
Handling kids is very difficult in this age. Make sure there is certain age you can force. After certain age you cannot force. So say up to 12, you can tell them what to read, what not to tell. Read this book, and if they are reading Sudhamurti, I don't know what Sudhamurti writes, but it's something about anything spiritual, little bit even, that is also okay. Because if you force them, then they say, why I should only do this thing. You are convinced, but they are not convinced. You know the difference, their mind is looking for the things, correct? And they have a study also, correct? Like you tell them in home, what is the theory of man coming from monkey? They teach in school. Darwin's theory. They teach in school. When you come in Bhagavatam, then we come from Krishna. So what is true? Whether it is true, that is true. If you write that we are all coming from Krishna, you will fail. So they have to write that we are coming from monkeys, So this is what you have to understand. They deal in the material world. So they need some kind of a knowledge. They want it. So just don't drift their mind. So what culture in home is Radhanath Maharaj says that kids are like a sponge. Right? What sponge does is absorb the water. They don't care whether it is dirty, clean, filtered. Sponge is a sponge. So most important is what is going on in home. That kids are absorbing. Correct? If you keep them reading or telling them, they don't have time to read any other books. You tell them stories, you read them, or if you see that something odd they are doing and you think something odd, how did you do your studies? Don't say no, give them alternative. Have you done your studies? Better you do your studies. We had enough of reading today. Correct? So, without their knowledge that you are forcing, you have to force them.
Actually, what happened before Krishna consciousness? They are there since like 5-6 years now, 4 years now. They are into Krishna consciousness. So before that, before bedtime, they always used to read a story. So that has been there since like 1 year of age. So that habit has continued. But they are into Krishna consciousness and they have love for Krishna. All that is there.
That's good.
Government sound system is like a government. You don't know, but you don't know where is what intended.
This country. Yeah, done. Keep it.
That's why I said, with kids you have to be very, very careful because their mind and they are very sensitive. If you force them, they will not listen to you anything. Correct? After 12, they will listen because they don't know anything else. Correct? But as they grow, don't force. Give them love as a mother, so that the preaching is with love. Correct? So, as far as kids go, and to tell you the truth, any great Acharya's kids are not devotees. Prabhupada's kids were not devotees. Advaita Acharya's kids were not devotees. Bhakti Vinod Thakur's one was a devotee. Correct? You see all the great Acharyas. Correct? So, you give them the culture and leave it to them. It's our duty to give them the culture. My father wanted to make me a devotee, but I didn't. He gave me the culture and now I appreciate everything he said. Everything he said. Correct? Now I know that I wasted my in between 10 years in RSS and all these things. It was not wasted, but I was not like a wild kid or something. I was doing some social service. So there are certain times in kids' life they get influenced by some thoughts or some. So, but if you give the culture, just like all of you, how thankful for you are to your parents. Correct? You didn't follow everything what they said. Correct? But now you appreciate why they told you to go Devara Namaskar kar. Why? Now you appreciate that. Correct? So kids will appreciate when they grow and when they go on their stand on their own. They will appreciate the every value you have given, even though they are not practicing now. Okay? Hare Krishna. Haribo. Prabhuji, what time the temple closes? Because I heard that they close in the afternoon.
No, they don't close in the afternoon, but we'll take time to go. I think. Maybe in the afternoon, evening.
Yeah, you can ask whatever was there.
It's a long question. 3 questions.
I will make it short, okay? I'll make the answer short.
So, in this busy life, should we consider a point where I should be spending more time in spiritual life? We are very busy and we find very less time, maybe 2 hours of chanting and then
50.
50 is that?
50. Earn money as much as you want until 50. 50 to 55 receiving slowly. 55 retire.
So, by that time of
Balgovinda is already at 25, he is retired.
Well, it's matching, bro. Your recommendation is matching. I'm 55, 56 now.
Slowly, 50 is retired. It takes time. It is not possible immediately. So 5 years are there. Slowly you get from. And what is meant by retire? You have to understand to focus on spiritual life 24 hours. Otherwise, what is there? Oh, I am retired. What you are doing? Nothing. So preaching, like Balgovinda Prabhu is setting a good example. Correct? What are you going to do after not earning money? Why you are retired? Otherwise, better you earn money and give it to temple. Right? If you cannot preach, earn, give 50% to the temple. Because family responsibilities are over by that time. Your sons are all educated, daughters are all got married. You are free. Don't think about them. Think about you now. Correct? 50 is the age where everything is done. Even though employer also don't want you because you are becoming old. They want new blood. Correct, Prabhuji? You are a manager, you know that, correct? I said, even the employer don't want you after 50 years because you become dull. They want young blood.
Employers today will squeeze you until you die.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
So how to plan this age till 50 so that after 50 we can contribute more onto and peacefully do the Krishna consciousness more?
So what I'm saying, after 50 you can earn money, you can have a practice Krishna consciousness. Doesn't mean that start practicing at 50. Correct? Practice from now. Correct? Minimum things are there. 16 rounds, 1 hour reading, serving the temple, doing program, preaching program. But job. Now Bhaktivinoda Thakur has a very magical triangle for Grihasthas. Now he says how Grihasthas should divide their lives. Very interesting and very nice and very practical. Now how many hours are there in the day? 24. Now divide them in 3. How many comes? 8 hours. 8 into 3, 4. Correct? So 8 hours is for your body because that's the first thing you see. What does body require? Sleep, eat. You do that in 8 hours. Correct? Maintain this body 8 hours. That is job. 8 hours you work, 8 you maintain body. What are you going to do with other 8 hours? Practice Krishna consciousness. So even in Grihasthashram, you should be practicing Krishna consciousness 8 hours a day. Otherwise I am wasting my time somewhere. Correct? So 8 hours means 7 hours you sleep, half an hour you take for 45 minutes, 2 time prasadam, 15 minutes for shower. 8 hours you go work. Correct? Now little adjustment you can do. Because nowadays you cannot work for 8 hours. It becomes 10, 12 hours. Correct? So weekends, Saturday, Sunday, focus completely in Krishna consciousness. Match up those here. Correct? Somehow. This is what you know Thakur said by the Grihasthas. So do this minimum program till you are 50 and then you already have that kind of a passion, understanding, conviction, realization to become free from material way of life and focus more in Krishna consciousness. Now you are not worried, you have enough savings, whatever you have earned. So there is no guarantee of any saving. Indira Gandhi has how much saving? Correct? Probably she has a lot of saving, probably the third generation is still eating. But it didn't help her. So there is no particular amount. 1 crore, 2 crore, 5 crore, 10, nothing particular amount. Correct? At the time of death, if you are going to die, whether you have 5 penny or 5 crore, doesn't matter. So do what hard work and 50 years, whatever you done, marriages of your kids, your daughters, keep something for you and your wife. But nowadays there are so many mutual funds and things are there. So don't waste money. Earning money is not a point after 50. Whatever money is there, you can, manipulate here, there and all these things. It doesn't take much time nowadays, half an hour, mutual funds and stock. I don't know. I never do that things. So, those kind of things. But focusing in Krishna consciousness. Reading books, chanting more rounds, preaching, doing some seva in temple. That's become focus. Now you're doing like one seva in a week, or couple seva, one time cooking, one time, But after that, you have a lot of time. Go and preach everywhere, So that's that's vanaprastha. And sannyasa means nothing doing, no thinking about earning money, no thinking about what my daughter is doing in Atlanta or California or Australia. Don't think about that. They are protected by Krishna. Now you think, where are you going? Correct? There is a beautiful bhajan by Purandar Das. Karnataka? Anybody from Karnataka? Even it doesn't matter. Purandar Das. No? I will just tell the meaning of it. So Purandar Das says, at the time when you are died, everybody is crying. Correct? Have you seen people, when somebody is died, everybody is crying? Have you noticed what they are saying?
अन्याय करके चला गया.
What about me? What about me?
No, you're supposed to, you're doing so this for me, who is going to do this for me? You did so much for me, who is going to do this for me? अभी तक कौन करेगा मेरे लिए? कितना आप मुझसे प्यार करते थे? Nobody is thinking where he's gone. Nobody is thinking of किधर चला गया. Nobody is thinking. So you have to plan your life now when you are leaving, where you are going. Because all the people, they are thinking what they get from you and what they are not getting from you. They are not caring for you even today. So you have to plan. Karmana go gacchati jiva ekala. Whatever karma you did, you are going with that. Nothing in this world you are going. Right? This we have heard from small childhood. So that is the focus in the sannyas ashram after 60, 65, considering now no one lives up to 100. So 80 is like a maximum, you can live 80, 85. So around 55 kind of a thing, just focus, Hare Krishna. Right? And relieve yourself. Like Prabhupada gives the example of a coconut. Coconut in the beginning is so much shells are there that you cannot separate from each other. Thick shell outside and little water and little thin coconut is there. Big shell is there. But when it dries, the shell falls off. Correct? And when the coconut dies inside, even the covering, you can break it and it becomes like a solid kind of a thing. So that's kind of a Atma. Right? So by knowledge, you are relieving the outer coverings of the soul. Right? So last 10 years of life, focus. Right? Don't even think at the time of wife or husband or kids or anybody. Right? You think of them, but in a loving way, in a Krishna conscious way, not as an attachment. What is going to happen to them? No, this kind of worry should not be there. What's going to happen to my daughter, to my son, my wife? No. That is, it seems to be cruel, right? Correct? People think, oh, how come you teach that selfish and so cruel? You don't think about your wife, you don't think about kids. You thought that for 50 years you did all these things. Correct? Now I have to think about myself, I don't know, correct? And you are thinking of them, giving them Krishna consciousness, that is you are thinking of them. You give them the way to practice. It is not only you are selfish, you give them the way to practice, that is what you gave them. What other people do, they leave money for you. And what happens after you do, they fight for money. So what's the point of keeping money for your kids and they fight for you for that money? Right? So previously nobody left anything for their kids. My father didn't do anything for me. And we all three brothers thank my father, not he didn't do anything. So we all three brothers are still good and nice in good relationship, nothing to fight. Correct? So anyway, that's the point. So taking care of son, daughter and wife means giving them Krishna consciousness. Not giving money or building them house, giving them agriculture. That is not loving kids. Loving kids and wife means giving them Krishna consciousness. People in this world, they don't know that. That means what you do for your wife and kids. Did you give them money? How much gold you give to your wife? Correct? That is what people look at, So that is not taking care of the family. Taking care of family means giving them Krishna consciousness. That treasure they can enjoy even after you are gone. But other treasure, they will fight for it. Especially in Kali Yuga. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Very nice.
So till 50, if we want to support, and if not,
The wife
definitely
is
we
here.
have to.
How dare he ask this question? He is preparing you also. Do you have kids?
One daughter.
One daughter? Oh, good. Yes, somebody is there to take care of her.
Yes, sure. So till 50, how much should we extend ourselves? While we are juggling with all this 8
I gave you 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours.
Even that 8 hours.
Work
let him
8 hours, whatever comes. If you get 50 lakh in 8 hours, get it. 50 paisa, get it. That's coming by your karma. Right? Whatever you work in 8 hours, everybody is working in the world for 8 to 10 hours a day now. Why everybody is getting according to their karma? So what is that karma? Whatever their education. Right? Karma is not like you become 50 and 20 and karma. So what you did, karma means whatever education you did, correct? You don't say in the fifth standard whatever karma it will happen. The karma is your education. You get it? Be nice person, be a nice engineer, earn your money, nothing wrong with it as a grihastha. Correct? Zodoniya dhana uttama vyavahare. Udasa vichare vecha kari, Tukaram Maharaj says. Zodoniya dhana uttama. Don't be corrupt person. You know, collect money, nothing wrong in it. Udasa vichare, but spend it udas, being detached. You earn and also spend. My father used to tell, doesn't take much intelligence to earn the money. It takes intelligence to spend the money. Right? Everybody is earning money in the world, but
They don't know how to spend.
they don't know how to spend. Correct? They are using in parties and movies and matches and clothes and all these things.
Yeah.
Right? You are also earning where you are using money, building temple, making home temple, same of money probably you are earning. So this is udasa vichare. According to the scripture, you use your money. Correct? Yeah. So up to 8 hours you work every day and you can be a multi-billionaire, doesn't matter. But have a consciousness is not going to come with you. Correct? Yeah. So there is nothing, the Kolavicha Sridhar has no, what is that called? No savings. Right? So there are so many devotees like that. They don't have any saving. And some devotees have lots of saving. So whether you have saving or not, doesn't matter. It comes to your karma. But if you have learned to live very simple, it doesn't matter whether you have so much or you don't have anything. That was the training in Brahmacharya ashram. Remember Krishna and Ram, even though they are supreme person, king, princess, but still Dashrath and Nanda sent them to Gurukul. What is the purpose of sending them to Gurukul? And what they did there? They went and begging. They went and collected wood from the forest. Why? They would have bought wood and given to them, and they would have given groceries from their home. That is that brahmachari means live simply, even if you have everything. Try to live simple, as minimum as possible. Correct? That's the training in brahmacharya ashram. So that's why I said it doesn't take much intelligence to earn, it takes intelligence to spend. So we have definitely growth that has to have some saving. That's why previously the best saving was gold. That's why woman has lot of gold. Give your wife as much gold as you can give. Are you happy? At least one I told. Give your wife as much gold as you can give. That's a saving, you know. Nowadays, in just last 1 year, 50,000 rupees increased. So that is the traditional saving. Everywhere there is no guarantee. Correct? That is Krishna's mutual fund. You know what is nature's Krishna's mutual fund? 1 grain gives you 100 grains. That's Krishna's mutual fund. Guaranteed. Correct? 1 tree gives you fruit for hundreds of years. 1 simple jackfruit tree. 1 simple mango tree. The fruit. You sow it, generations and generations can eat fruits every year. That's Krishna's mutual fund. Can any mutual fund give that much now? 1 paisa gives you 1,000 rupees. Seed, what is that? Insignificant. You throw it away. Throw it away, seed gives you grains. Each corn has more than 100 seeds. And each tree had so many fruits every year you get. So that is why previously agriculture and milk is the richness. How much land you have and how many cows you have. Correct? And both of these they keep you healthy. That is the first, correct? Homegrown, home cooked food. So that is Krishna's arrangement, but we have people, you know, in India, whenever I go to villages, I see acres and acres of vacant land, nobody is working. Because everybody wants to have an American dream. Nobody wants to work in the field. Right? So just imagine, sometimes I wonder what will happen in another 150 years. If nobody is growing food, your IT money is not going to give, you are going to eat rupees or dollars. That is why Vedic culture is fruits and milks, fruit, vegetables and milks and grains. That's Vedic culture. But now we are completely, nobody wants to work in the field, and even if they want to become, it's a business. Even keeping cow is a business nowadays. They keep the cows but for business. They do the farming for business. And when it becomes business, then it becomes a pollution. They don't produce organic, they put any chemical they want. In the milk, they put anything they give to the cows. So it's all, Kali Yuga is all messed up. So try to be as clean as possible. So anyway, coming to the point, try to live simple, then you don't need too much of money. Okay. Hare Krishna.
But not everyone is on the same level.
Nobody is on the same level.
So
There's no, in this world it is not possible to be on the same level. Impossible. Because everybody has come with their own karma.
but when your father told you that this is how my life is, you
Yes.
have accepted it. Being in the rent house, being in
Yes.
a not so opulent thing, you have accepted it. But in this generation, we see so much comparison. Wherever we go, there is opulence, so much opulence. So definitely there is some comparison around.
Yes.
How
So
can we
first
see
thing
this?
is we don't compare.
Hmm.
First thing is we don't compare. You live according to your own means. And if your means are minimum, you don't worry about comparison, correct? So there cannot be, everyone cannot have a big houses and the BMW standing in front of their house. It's not possible, everybody. Correct? Neither government can do or you can do. Government cannot do, okay, no matter what. All the citizens should have same big bungalows and they should have BMW and wife should have 5 kilos of gold in their bodies. Each house. Government cannot do that. So it left to individual. So individuals, you have to work hard, get education and get this. And that also, according to karma, it doesn't mean whether you work hard or not. There are so many people who work hard but they don't get money. There are some people are there, they're illiterate but they get money. So where is this discrimination is there? It is not discrimination. It is coming by your karma. So Krishna consciousness common for all. Stay as simple as you can. Whether you have it, you don't have it. Doesn't make a difference. So what do you need? You want to know what is minimum simple life means? In Bhagavatam it is said. Okay? If you have floor, then what is a bed? What is the need of a bed? Correct? If you have a elbow, what is the need of? Pillow. If you have a sky, what is the need of? Blanket. Correct? If you have fruits around, what is the need of? Cooking. So this is the minimum standard. Everything is sense gratification. So according to that, how rich you are?
Very rich.
Correct? So my father also used to teach me, when you are a ladder, look below, don't look up. Correct? Look what Krishna has given to you, don't look what he has not given. And the most important, if you have value for the holy name, you will not look for anything. If you know the price of a holy name and price of a bhakti, you will not look for any richness. Correct? You know the story of Sanatana Goswami. It's the same thing with Tukaram also, there is one story like that. Yet one man came and he was sitting, he said to Sanatana Goswami, somebody told him he has a lot of riches. Sanatana Goswami said, oh, I had heard you have a lot of riches. He said, I have thrown them in the trash, you can go and take it. Correct? Then he came to know, if he is throwing this much in the trash, we must have something bigger than that. And he said, why you have thrown in it? Give me something higher. Then he said, chant Hare Krishna. So same thing, unless you realize that, you will not be able to do that. Okay? So don't worry about minimum things. Whatever Krishna has given you capacity, intelligence, and karma is also there. Karma has a big part in our life. You work hard doesn't guarantee that you will earn money. Right? And sometimes you see many people, they don't work hard at all. They're sitting home. One time I was in, about a couple of years ago, I was in America. He is a devotee, very intelligent. And he gives millions of dollars donation to all his temples. To his house for prasadam. And many devotees told me about him, He earns like millions of dollars and he has a big business and everything. Then we invited for prasadam. I went to his house and I heard that we have a big business. I said, yeah, I have a big business. So where is your office? So he just have one computer. He just manipulates some funds and millions of dollars, literally every day. But he's spending them giving to GV and giving to OVP and local temples and engaging devotees, and he lives very simple. Right? Of course, yes, must have food. So it's easily earning money. I was wondering, big businessmen like 1,000 employees and big factory or something like that. So his office is like one room. His computer goes up and down, stands, save to whatever you want. Nowadays, this kind of table have come because people are, tired of sitting there. So they stand and work, and especially people working from home, they have that kind of tables nowadays, right? They have it in India too, I think they have.
Yeah, it started.
Yeah. So as an American, practically everybody works from home is like that. They have an adjustable table, either you sit or stand, do it. You can go around and come. So he is one room, one big, two big, one monitor and one computer and everything. And he just, so easy for him. But that's not for everybody though, because he has that intelligence. So I don't think, I cannot become like. So you be who you are, don't compare. Grihasthas should never compare with others. Grihastha means be happy, work hard, be happy with whatever you have. Okay? If you compare, you will never be happy. Not because my neighbor has it, I should have this. No. If it is your capacity, have it. Right?
Very nice. Thank you very much.
That is what Tukaram Maharaj says. Evile anante dese rahave, chitti asodhyave samadhan. Correct? Evile anante. Ananta means Krishna. However Krishna has kept you, live peacefully. Chitti asodhyave samadhan. We should be satisfied with that. And what is we required? We require air, water, food. All three things are given by Krishna, whatever required to this body. That doesn't come with your intelligence. It doesn't come with your education. Minimum required thing is given by Krishna. Another Tukaram realization is, just when you are born, correct? Krishna has created food for you and he has given intelligence to earn that food. And what a wonderful example he gives. Just a baby is born, there is a milk in the breast, not before. Correct? Mothers can relate to that. So who does that? Mother is eating food all the time. Why there is the food? So who is doing that? Krishna has done that. Now baby is just born. Mother's body is 4 feet, 10 inches, 5 feet sometimes. Correct? How does that baby knows where to go and how to suck? Just a newborn baby, didn't go to any college, didn't go to any course. How does that baby know, I have to suck this and I will get the food? Tukaram says, fool, I don't say that. Try to understand, Krishna has kept your food and given that intelligence. Don't waste your time in that. There is something higher in life to do. Very good example. That the whole life is Krishna has done. Whole life Krishna has given you intelligence, food is there. But don't waste your time in earning the food, eating the food, earning the food, eating the food, There is some higher purpose in life. Right? Yes, Prabhuji.
I should learn Marathi.
Hare Krishna.
Suppose as you told me, person is earning and based on his capacities and distributed to charities and temples. Good way is distributing the money. And some people goes on earning, even taking for Bhagavad Gita by giving 200 rupees. we trust him. What does the karma reflects in people? How does
See, one thing is that if you don't use money in Krishna's service, then there are 15 byproducts of that in the Bhagavatam. If you have a Bhagavatam, there is a, I don't know exactly, 11th canto, Avanti Brahma, right? Yeah, there are 15 defects are there. Either it will be stolen, taken by the taxes, and your relatives will fight for that, and they'll steal it. So many things will happen. You may think they are safe in the bank, but it is not. Nowadays banks are, they are all closing. You put in investment, money goes away, correct? So you think money is yours. Actually, how many people know that money is not ours? Right? Again, the scriptures say, whatever fits in your hand, that is only yours, because you can eat it. That's it. Beyond that, you think it is yours. It doesn't come with you. Whatever is in your hand. Because belly is just like this hand. So another Tukaram Maharaj saying, Viti evde pota, that's a kevada ha bobhata. It means, wheat means this, I don't know what it's called in Telugu. Janadu. Your belly is Viti evde pota. But how big things people create for filling this much? Kevada bobhata. Bobhata means all the endeavors and everything. How people work so hard just to fill up Viti evde pota. Enjoying Marathi, right? Yes. Can you imagine? So it is not that if you don't give it to Krishna, you will keep for yourself. You cannot, because you have so much money, you cannot eat 10 rotis. Practically, if you have so much money, you eat only tablets, not only food. You eat more tablets than food, correct? Just recently I was giving a lecture, people keep on talking the thing and see their talks changes according to ages, right? Small kids are there, what they are talking about, what you have, what I have, what they have. Then go, they will create which college you go, what education do, all. Then they get married, or who you got married to, how many kids you have, what job you have. Then changes when they get old, what tablets you take, what disease you have. Who died, oh, he was there last week, I went there, he's gone, he died. So this is what we talk of our life. It changes. One thing is Hare Krishna, never changes. Bhagavad Gita never changes. This is the changes in our life. So you want to stay with Nasate Vidyate Bhavo, Avo Na Bhavo Vidyate Sata. Whether you want to stay with changing word or not changing word. So it doesn't mind whether you don't give money to Krishna. Krishna is not depending on our money, Just like Maharaj told once in a lecture, that when you offer water to Ganges, Ganga is, oh, thank you very much, I was very thirsty, Ganga is not going to say that, correct? If you offer a lamp to Surya, sun god, is not going to say, oh, thank you very much, I was in darkness, It is for your benefit you are offering it. It is not, it is like more you offer, more you become free. Yajnarthat karmananyatra lokvayam karma bandhana. So yajna, offering Krishna, otherwise karma bandhana. You get entangled up all the karmas. You don't know. Then it is gahana karmano gati. What will happen, but nothing good will happen. Something bad will happen. You can see those people who have more money, what happens to them. Now keep your eyes open. It's a matter of some years. You can see what happened to. I know so many, I can give you hundreds of examples. My friends, how they grew up with me and how they had a lot of money. I didn't have any money. I stayed with whatever father gave me. I'm 72, I still travel. 5 of my friends died in the last 10 years. They didn't even reach 70, I'm 72. So what? They had all the money. One of my friends was a prince. He will come every day in new car. 7 days, 7 cars. He was a prince, richest person, but he died at the age of 40. With chain smoker. I'm still living 32 years after him. And he was Patwardhan, I am Patki, correct? I will steal in front, he will look my papers and write and he will get passed. Correct? And he was the prince, never interested in study. So this, it is because you don't give it to Krishna doesn't mean that it comes with you. And I value whatever my father gave me in my life as a childhood. He didn't give me money, he didn't leave any single rupee for me. He didn't leave a home for me, he didn't leave any car for me, but I still value what he gave me. The education, the culture, the devotion, even though I couldn't appreciate when he was giving me. I know practically whole Bhagavad Gita, not after coming to ISKCON, because my father taught me from my childhood. And one time I asked my father, why you are teaching me all these things? What is the use of reciting all these things? I don't know what I am reciting. Why are you making me recite? He said, now you recite, as you grow you will understand the meaning. Now that time is like, who understands Sarvadharman Parityaja Mamekam? But now I know what does exactly mean. And it became so easy when I came in touch with ISKCON and Prabhupada. Everything became so like a flow. I'm going in the land what I know. When I know everything, Kaya Vacha, all these things. I'm going in a place where I know everything. I just have to practice, nothing new. Practice what I'm saying. Okay. Yeah. Hare Krishna, I don't know what that's. This is what happens when you make me speak. I cannot stop. This is my sense gratification.
In this area, Gachibowli we preach. This area is called Gachibowli.
Wonderful.
We preach. All our lectures are 3 hours.
Oh, okay. So you didn't tell me that before. Amazing. Very nice.
Satisfyingly we hear minimum 2.5 to 3 hours. Then only people connect.
Yeah. Good.
Prabhuji, I have one.
Good standard, yes.
Prabhuji, yesterday you were mentioning about devotees and their relationships and all, and about the fights and all. So, if we are not matching like our understanding of somebody's service and we are not able to understand it, how should we take it? Like how should we think about it so that we don't do any offense and we don't we keep the vision of the seniors before our own understanding of our service.
Yes. Now it's the relationship, correct? How to develop a relationship. So I'll tell you things which I'm going to tell in the evening also, but it will be repeat, but that's okay. Whether it's a family life, community life, social life, especially temple life, you have to understand that just like you have an opinion, everybody also has an opinion. Correct? Just like you don't like anybody's opinion force upon you, they also don't like your opinion force upon them. So what are you going to do? Still we are together in this material world. Even, are you married? Yes. You and wife always get same, correct? You have differences? Still you live together, you don't live, correct? Why? Relationship, correct? You accept after certain time. Yes, that's her habit, that's her nature. She accepts this is your nature, this is your habit. So you adjust. So in Maharaj's, one time he was telling the Grostha, it's good for everybody. First thing, try to cooperate with each other. Know each other's plus and minus. Cooperate with each other. Second thing, adjust. Correct? No, don't expect too much. You try to adjust the situation. Don't expect others to adjust the situation. The point is, I want to be peaceful, so I have to be humble. Correct? The first is adjust, second is so first is cooperate, second is adjust. Third, learn to tolerate if the things are not happening the way you are. Try your best and tolerate. And fourth is ignore. Right? So better be on first 2 levels. Try to cooperate. Now when it comes to the temple, correct? I have been presidents of 4 temples and they're big things. So difficulty with management is, you are giving me 10,000 rupees, correct? And then you write a note, use this for book distribution. That's your desire, correct? So what happens with the management? Management has to pay rent tomorrow, 10,000. So he uses that money for rent, you become angry. Correct? But I have a problem, if the temple says book distribution will happen. Correct? Even if you say, this is the December, if the temple is not, if I don't pay the rent, they will kick us out tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Book distribution is not going to happen. So management has a priorities. So therefore, when you give donation, don't expect anything. Right? Give them, let that management decides whatever they use. Of course, there are certain drives are there, just like you are coming up with Prabhupada Bhavan, something like that. Yes, you give them, they will particularly use for that. Now Hyderabad is flourishing, but when there is nothing, I remember when I went to Pune temple as a president, the temple was 2 lakh rupees minus in 1995. So if everybody puts condition on the money they gave, how we are supposed to run the temple? Right? So we do as the managers, we have priorities. And if the money is coming ample, like from Bhavan is coming, so it will go there. They will not use it for deity worship or brahmacharis or everything. So this is the way when you give any donation or when you give any suggestion, don't be attached to it. Even in home, even if you give suggestion to your wife or husband, don't expect that should happen. Otherwise you will get frustrated. Other person will be peaceful. So if you have to be peaceful, don't be attached. Right? You can tell your wife, your kids, but don't get frustrated. Because Krishna is the supreme controller. You are not the supreme controller. Right? So point is, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, point of human life is being peaceful. If you are agitated, you cannot perform bhakti. You cannot chant, you cannot read, you cannot associate. If you go to a satsanga and somebody who you don't like giving you satsanga, you are angrily sitting there, with this guy. So how you are going to appreciate whatever he is telling? Correct? So if okay, whether he listens to me or not, but at least he is talking about Krishna. So leave our things behind. So cooperate, adjust, tolerate, ignore. Hare Krishna. Otherwise, what to speak about husband and wife? I am telling you within your body. Correct? There is fight going on. Ego wants something, you do something. Intelligence tells something. How many things one intelligence tells you? It gives you 10 things. Correct? Then your mind tells you 100 things and your body wants 100 things. How much fight is going on? And that is the cause of today's stress. And that is the main cause of suicide. What is suicide? Why a person looks so peaceful and just goes up and hangs himself? What is happening so much? Where is that? It is not external. The struggle inside mind, intelligence, false ego and thoughts and everything. So much struggle going on inside, nothing is related with his life practically. Mind is telling him something, he wants something, not happening. So it's so disturbed that he wants to just end his life. He thinks it is like that will give him peace. But that is more miserable. You don't know. So that's what Prahlad Maharaj says in Bhagavatam. What is that? He tells Hiranyakashipu, go to forest. Dhyam asadgrihas, sada samudvigna, dhyam asadgrihas. Whole, what is that called? Science of psychology, whole science of mind control is there in one sloka. Samudvigna means frustrated. Why? Asadgruhat. You think what you are not. Right? So, most important thing is peaceful. So peaceful, you will be peaceful only you work hard, receive whatever comes and focus on spiritual life. Otherwise you will never, no matter how much you get, you will be always agitated in this world. Hare Krishna. Is that okay, Balgovinda? I don't know, I am speaking in front of you, they are all your disciples.
Sorry, in a bigger congregation, 200, 300 people So you must be talking, but this is a very intimate.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. Isn't it?
It's like a grandfather giving a
Yeah.
wisdom of
Yeah.
life.
Very well.
And one more thing I'll tell you.
Another thing with grandfather, when he goes, everybody forgets. You don't have to listen to grandfather. You're all nice grandchildren.
How many of us want to associate with Radhanath Swami?
Hare Krishna, Hare Bol.
Radhanath Swami.
Radhanath
Is there-
Swami, okay.
We all want, right? Getting association with Prabhuji is association with Radhanath.
Hare
Because
Bol.
he is very close to Radhanath.
Don't break me so much.
40 years of association Prabhuji has with Maharaj. So whatever we are getting from here, we are hearing from Maharaj.
Hare.
Sorry. Today to my house, Guru Maharaj came.
Hare Bol. Hare.
Okay. Anything else? Anybody? Any questions? So we are waiting for Prashad. Prashad is on the way. Don't leave. Take Prashad money. Because I ordered Prashad. So we are trying to only fragile. I would have
Oh,
taken
that's why
only-
question answer going on.
One more abandon.
Hare Bol. One more question.
Yes, ma'am.
So Prabhuji, actually, when we are thinking we work hard to earn money, especially investing in the mutual funds and the sharing. I don't know. I'm not a businesswoman. I'm
Me too.
a homemaker. So just I have a question. It's been a long time. So is it neglecting the more regulated things like it's it come under the gambling? Does it come under gambling to share? Purchase from the share?
Yes,
Only share
there is a grey line there. There is a grey line there. What exactly gambling? Just like government lotteries, correct? You put 100 rupees and expect crore rupees. So that will come, that will come, that will come. So your mind is, instead of Krishna, you are thinking on, oh, this money is coming, this, that is gambling, correct? So mutual fund is not, it is a grey. If you think it is if you put money there with too much risk, that is gambling, correct? But if you put in a safe one, then that is not gambling. The point behind this gambling principle is your mind should not be thinking about where you invested money, right? So in the business it is said calculated risk. So you take a calculated risk. Even if there is some loss, it shouldn't hurt you. Correct? So that is what is marketing is about. Calculated risk. Don't go just for risk. You should go for calculated risk. There is a risk, but there is a fixed amount coming. Like fixed deposits, insurance companies, I don't know, so many things are there. I don't have any mutual funds and I don't have any savings too. So I don't worry about all these things, I don't know. So I don't know how people invest their money.
Your big same is Krishna.
That is also not there. So Tukaram Maharaj says, neither I earn any material, neither I earn anything spiritual. I am beggar in both ways. You can inquire with some devotees, those who deal with the mutual funds, safe mutual
She is a
funds.
mutual fund.
Okay, see, I didn't know that. Maybe I should come.
She is expensive, helping almost 100, 200 families.
Ah, wonderful. Wonderful. So if you go with her, it is not gambling. Because she knows where to invest in, what risk and everything are
Actually,
there.
Mataji is helping us.
Good. Yeah. And hope she does calculated risk. Yes, Mataji? You don't go into like
I
some.
tell them that it is for long term, so we don't have to worry about
Yeah,
it.
no.
So
5 years.
speculation is when you are doing on the same day and you are expecting some
Yes.
magical things will happen.
Shares.
So I don't do shares, I only do mutual fund advisory. I am a certified financial planner.
Ah, very good. Yes, Mataji.
Actually, the extension related to the shares which comes under the food. But say, for in my case, in our example, we gave our jobs. We get it and we are into farming, development. So whatever he has said, we put it in some funds. So to beat the information, to beat that inflation, I have to invest it somewhere. So it cannot be there.
Mataji.
What is the last line? What is the last line I couldn't hear?
We have learned something and we just kept it. So to beat the inflammation.
I got the point, yes. But what is the last sentence I couldn't
So
get?
will it come under the gambling or because we are not earning something and we are not doing that Sharirika strength?
Oh, like interest come under gambling? No. No.
But I live on interest. only.
Actually, you that see Mataji lives on interest because he has interest in Krishna consciousness.
And
That's
it's
her
not my
interest.
money, it is my parents' money. That's not
Yeah.
my money also.
No, so that is not gambling. Correct? That is not gambling. If you are living on interest, fixed interest coming, like fixed deposit interest coming, that is not gambling. Right? Gambling means I give you like a lottery or go to casinos. Right? That is gambling.
Probably Mataji is asking, are you asking if you have given it in the market to people?
No, it's just enough funds.
Even if you do that, that is not gambling. Suppose if you have earned lakh rupees and if you are doing saukari, it is called saukari. You are giving money and you are expecting interest, that is also not gambling. Tukaram had that business. Tukaram was saukar. You know? He had a grocery shop and he used to do saukari. Saukari means lending money. Right? In 16th century, his father's income was 75 lakh golden coins. That time there were no notes. 75 lakh golden coins. A person living in a village like Dehu. What we have heard from Britishers, Indians were poor. And Tukaram living in the village of Dehu has a income, is a saukar in one village. His income is 75 lakh golden coins in a year. Today's Elon Musk or Ambani also do not have that income.
Yeah.
That was India. Because we have learned in English school and English culture, we think India is poor, you know. India was not poor. We learned the history of India from Britishers. We didn't hear the history from Tukaram. We didn't hear the history from Ramanuja. Why they will build such a beautiful temples if people were poor? They are not poor, they know where to spend the money. Why Tirupati or Padmanabhan have crores and crores and unlimited amount of gold? Why they will have it?
Because people had unlimited gold.
Yes. And we think we are poor. Just imagine, temple has that much gold, how many people, suppose even if they give according to Rupa Goswami 50% of gold to the temple, still how much gold were there? And we are thought we are poor people. If the temples in India, all temples, we go to Badrinath, to Tirupati, if they are so rich, how the population can be poor? Temple run on donations and people don't give 100% donation. Right? Even if you say 50%. Right? People were generous previously. And how you say that India was poor? We learned, Britishers taught us, India, your previous people were poor. And we accepted that, you know. Nobody was poor.
Never knew that.
Our heritage is so rich.
Yes, our culture is the most richest. You know, the philosophy, the culture, that is the richness. You know. My father once told me, he said, for my sons, I am not leaving anything. And he said, but I am leaving the best thing for all of you, all my 3 children. And he directed altar. He said, this is what I am leaving for you. Correct? And what is in the altar? Vittal Rukmini, Shaligram, Balgopal. And I have seen my grandparents, even if he has to wear the dhoti, first he will put in front of Vittal Rukmini. Brings from the market. My grandmother, they will have Nawari saris, you know, full size kind of a thing. First they bring it, put it in front of Vittal Rukmini. And they will wear that as prasad. So much Krishna consciousness is there. We lost it. Of course, offering food is common thing. We never ate anything without offering. It was in every, it's like you don't have to teach regular, it was offering food is regular. In my house, still nobody drinks tea. All wives drink tea because they come from other houses, you know. My mother used to drink tea. My brother's wife drinks tea. You know, my other brothers, my wife don't drink tea because she's devotee. So my mother used to. So we do not have even tea in our house. Only for mother they used to drink. So such a culture, you know, things. So this is a treasure I am giving you. But how many people will consider that as a treasure? Correct? If you show your daughter when she gone, this is your Aishwarya, you know. This is your opulence. I have not left anything for you. This is for you. They will say, what a burden you are living on me. Right? No, of course, she is a B.Tech, so she will not think like that. Right? If you say any son, you know, you go, this is what I am living for you. I said, wow, this burden you are living on me. What I am going to do with these dolls, you know. Correct? But you have to understand that is the culture. You know, that is. See, values were very different. I have seen in my 70 years of life how Kali Yuga has progressed so rapidly. First 20 years of my life are very different than the next 52 years. 20 years seems like Satya Yuga, you know. Well, my childhood kids, we didn't have any electricity in our home. So what to speak about anything else? Still we were happy, very peaceful, very nice. Everybody will get up at 5 o'clock. Each and everybody in the home and villages. 6 o'clock in the evening, everybody will be in the temple, in Vittal Rukmini temple, to hear Katha. Because there is no malls, no TV, nothing. And that was the only entertainment, go to the temples in the evening. Nothing else. And then, same temple now, go to the same time, even the pujari is not there. I took Maharaj also one time. I took Maharaj to a temple of Vittal Rukmini where I used to go as a child to hear Bhagavatam, Mahabharata and Katha. Vittal Rukmini temple, big room like a, they didn't even light. We used to have a, they call gas pump, you know, white, I don't know what they call here. Yeah. And before that also, that was the great advancement at that time. You know, they used to have like a padti, what they call, like ghee lamps, kind of. You know that every temple inside have windows. So there they used to have. That's the age I have seen. No speaker, nothing. He's speaking to like 1,000 people. And everybody can hear clearly. No sound system. So I'm not used to sound system actually. I can speak to 5,000 people without sound system. I go to Pandharpur every year and I talk to like people. So it's so natural kind of a living, you know. So natural living. Now I see it's like, I feel like so much degradation has happened to everybody. The whole generation, the culture, the whole point is lost. But still Prabhupada is reviving that somehow or other in whatever condition. People talk about discrimination. We never saw any discrimination at that time. Everybody had their limits. You know, they will do their work. Everybody was respected. I never saw any discrimination anywhere. And just in the town I grew, it was the population in the 60s and 70s, 2 lakh. Now it has probably 20 lakh. In the 2 lakh of population at that time, there are only 4 government dispensaries, municipal clinics, you know. And they will give you go to the doctor, they will have orange color, red color, green color, white color medicine. And they will give the same medicine to everybody. Remember, probably you are at the same age, yeah, tonics, that kind of medicine. No medical shops. Can you imagine how healthy people were? No medical shop, not a single medical shop.
Some powder with the honey, otherwise.
Yeah, some powder and some here. Ayurvedic was there. No medical shops. Now I go in the same lane, there are 10 medical shops in one lane. my lane, the which I used to stay. So now, are we advanced or degraded? You require medicine for 10 medical shops where there is not a 1 in 2 lakh population in 1960s when I was like 6 years old or something around that. No medical shop. Probably those of you of my age, I don't say anybody, but it looks to me closer to mine that somewhere you can understand. And only 4 these things were there, that's it. And one person used to come and shave our head regularly. He will not take any money. Once in a year he will come and he will collect grains, not money. I don't know what's going on like,
Yes.
but I'm just speaking the Vedic life, what it was and what is today.
Golden life.
Golden life. Of course it was a golden day.
Thank you, bro. So now we will.
I'm waiting for you to ring the bell.
We'll go. So another 5 minutes prashad is here. Another 5 minutes prashad here. You all go. After taking prashad, we are going to touch of equality. So anybody wants to join, you're welcome.
Let them eat prashad. They will come.
No, probably has to go to the evening program is there, right?
Evening program.
How will we go to transport?
I'm taking provision.
Thank you very much, even though it's a working day, all of you tried to come and
Thank you.
it's so amazing, such a nice congregation. I'm so happy, Balgovinda Prabhu. I thought I lost you, but I lost you for good reason. You got so many people. Wonderful.
Prabhuji, there's one parent in our kids' class. So she actually buys 2 sets of books. See, she has 2 children. They are like 4th grade and 5th grade. So every time she buys 2 sets of all books. I was asking her, why are you buying 2 sets of books? You are living in the same home. She said, these are the assets I give to the children because they go to different homes. So I buy 2 sets and this is what I'm going to give to the children, she was saying. I was literally surprised. And she's not.
What is the reason?
These are the assets she says she gives to her children while they're living home.
But why she buys 2?
2 sets because 2 children. So 2
When she
Bhagavad
gets
Gitas,
it
2
right,
Bhagavatam,
when she gets it right.
everything 2 sets she buys.
Oh, okay. Maybe they fight in homes. They did not tell you that. But it is good. You are doing good book distribution. Eventually they will use it or somebody else will use it. So, Prabhupada's book distribution never goes waste. Correct? I bought the book in 1974, but I joined ISKCON in 1984. One book, Easy Journey to Other Planets. I didn't understand a single word except for Hare Krishna mantra and simple to, for, here, there, kind of. How many of you heard transcendental? Before coming to ISKCON, correct? How many of you heard Supreme Personality of Godhead? Correct? So these are like, what does it mean? This is not, even the Shakespeare don't know these words. Probably, correct? Yeah. So yeah, first time I read book, I didn't understand anything. But I knew Hare Krishna mantra, which was the end.
Actually, during book distribution, last question from me also. In the time, during book distribution for people who say I already have Bhagavad Gita. As a book distributor, what is your recommendation? What should we tell them?
Then give them Krishna book. This is the advanced study of Bhagavad Gita. It will teach you what message of Krishna. This will teach about who is Krishna. Correct? Then give, if they have both the books, give them Bhagavatam. And then my favorite book is Science of Self-Realization. Because it is in question answer form. So if anybody buys Bhagavad Gita, immediately I tell them to understand Bhagavad Gita, I recommend this book for you.
So nowadays there is a book called Basics of Bhagavad Gita, which has divided the topics into chapters. Like soul is one chapter,
Okay.
one chapter.
Yeah.
I say,
Five topics.
I ask them what are the 5 topics which are discussed in Bhagavad Gita. I have it, but I haven't read it, or something like that. And I say, then you need this book to understand
Yes.
Bhagavad Gita. I say, But how do we actually move Bhagavad Gita then if people are continuously saying this? I'm sure that they don't have Bhagavad Gita. They must be saying it just for...
No. I mean, if they don't have and you have to give,
Yes. Oh, I know, I will buy later. These kind of people.
see what happens, it is not that everyone you go to is going to buy. You have to understand that. Correct?
Yeah, that too
That
we take
Krishna-
it, but is there a way to crack that? Is there a way to...
Your intelligence at that time is the only way to crack it. Correct? Krishna will give whatever intelligence at that time.
That I have seen.
Even if I tell you something, I am not personally present there. Correct? In the beginning, I didn't know anything in Bhagavad Gita. But because I was in RSS, I will tell them, are you Hindu? Do you have Bhagavad Gita in home? What kind of Hindu you are? They will feel ashamed and they will take Bhagavad Gita. And I did that. Actually, when I came in Padayatra came to Belgaum and I arranged program for them. And they called me to, said we have a bus van also. So I just went there and they were distributing books. I said, what are you doing? I said, we distribute these books. I said, what are these books? And they said, Bhagavad. I knew about all the Bhagavad Gita and all these things. Then I said, can I give it? I thought they were giving free, And then I said, can I give it? I thought, give free to whoever comes there. Then I saw that they are charging money for that, 20 rupees. It was in 80s, 20 rupees Bhagavad Gita. Then I said, oh, you asked money for that? He said, yes. And I don't know what to say. But whoever comes, I will stop them. I said, are you Hindu? So do you have Bhagavad Gita in home? No. What kind of Hindu you are? You take this book, because that RSS kind of a thing. I never know anything in Bhagavad Gita. And I was the highest book distribution for 3 days in my hometown in Belgaum. I didn't know anything. So whatever Krishna gave intelligence to you at that time, dealing with person. Sometimes people, when you told them this is a science of soul, sometimes we tell them about it talks about karma, it talks about yoga, correct? Then they say, okay, I don't understand Sanskrit. Then it says that the translation is there, each word is there, and to understand that the purports are there. This is not normal. It's guarantee that this book you will understand. That I give you guarantee because I also read this book. So different time we have different kind of approach. Yeah. Some people are interested in yoga, or we do yoga, especially when we do book distribution in America. We don't tell them about the science of soul, karma, and all these things. Mostly people are interested in yoga now. So we do yoga kind of thing. And some people are interested in karma because they hear karma and all these things. So what is karma? Then all these things. So it depends upon who you are talking to, it changes. Right? If the kids are there, all is a value book, but they don't understand karma, bhakti, yoga. This will teach you good morals. This will teach you how to be peaceful in dangerous situations, how to be not to be fearful, this kind of things. So there are millions of ways, millions of preachers are using. So you are one of them. Whatever you get it, at that time. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
But Prabhuji, because of mobiles have come these days, people have stopped reading even books, Prabhuji. They are very least interested in reading books. So, I don't know, means they have Bhagavad Gita at home, but they will not open, they will not have inclination towards reading the books. So that is like...
So ISKCON has also come with some digital books now, right? They have some kind of a digital platform too. So you can enroll for that also. And there is another reason is for that. So even if everything has come digitally, still there is a difference. You can tell them, is there any difference between your mom's food and hotel food? There is a difference, right? Both is food, right? But when you get from your mom, it's with love. So this book is directly coming from Krishna, even though the words are same, and it's coming in parampara. And because it is in the book form, even if you touch it, you will get purified. Computer, you don't get purified. Because the efforts are there, coming down in disciplic succession.
With the current generation which is wanting to disassociate with anything which is like religious or anything like that, what is the hope? Why is that so much of disassociation with the culture? They like to be disassociated.
See, it is not only today. When I was in college, we were also thinking the same. My father used to tell me the same thing. I don't know what's going to happen to future generation. But you see how many young people are there today? Correct? So there is always uninterested people are there. And there is always interested people will be there. Because dharma is intuition, it is from your heart. Nobody can stop it from outside. Nobody can stop it from outside. And it depends upon the people who you associate with. So therefore it is preachers, as we have to speak wherever you go, whether they understand, don't understand, whether they accept, don't accept. You don't know. People will come after 10 years. Right? Now it is not, Krishna consciousness knowledge never goes west. Never. Even if they touch Bhagavad Gita, next time they will buy it. Next time they buy it, next time they will start reading it. Right? They will start understanding. It may take 3 lifetimes for that. But what is 3 lifetimes in the eyes of Krishna? For me, it is 3 lifetimes. So it may seem slow progress. 1 lifetime touching, 1 lifetime taking, 1 lifetime reading, 4th lifetime borrowing. For that is for me. But in the eyes of Krishna, insignificant. Correct? Yeah. So we should not seek. Our duty is to just make sure everybody gets book, at least they touch the book. So we show them so they touch the book. So at least their advancement is this lifetime. Maybe they touch the book from you and next stall they will go. They will take the book there. Right? Sometimes on the highway you see many fruit stores are there. Correct? Sometimes what happens, you see fruit but you buy it at the end.
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
So seeing also sometimes will create desire. So you be there, they may buy somewhere. May not, maybe next year, oh last year आया था लेकिन नहीं लिया, we'll do it. Never goes west. Yes. But this tradition never goes west. I'll tell you one story from Vrindavan. His name is Tamal, not Tamal Krishna Maharaj. He was a Tamal. So one time I was walking with Maharaj and Tamal, he came and he was in beard and long hair. And Maharaj embraced him, Tamal, they were talking. And they talked for about 10 minutes, I was just there. They were talking old days of Vrindavan. And when he left, Maharaj told me, do you know how he came to Krishna consciousness? I said, I don't know, Maharaj, I'm seeing him first time. Then Maharaj said, he was a bum. In America, bum means like a hippies kind of a, they have everything but they have given up everything. Like kind of hippie. Even though they had everything, he just left and he was on the road. So, but he liked watermelon. So, one time, when he was going, he saw a watermelon in a trash. In America, there is a big trash bins are there. And somebody has thrown all vegetables and there was a big watermelon. And as he was going, he just saw the watermelon and he went there. And you know that the beans in America are very tall. They are like 6 feet or more. Sometimes, if more the big, the more tall. So he was like a short, and he just put his hand there to get the watermelon. So instead of coming in his hand, the watermelon went down. So he said, now I have to get this watermelon. Then he climbed on that and he put the hand again. The watermelon went again down. Again he put his hand more, he went like this hand all round to get the watermelon. Because round, it doesn't keep in your hand. So it was slipping, going out. And then he thought he found, and he pulled the thing, it was Bhagavad Gita. Watermelon didn't come. And he said, why the book is, and he didn't understand what book is, something. But at the end, he just saw the last page. Make your life sublime. Chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, I want to make my life sublime. So I should keep this book. So he kept that book and he was chanting that mantra. And he didn't chant properly. In America, it is Hare is hair. So Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. And with that also, then he said, oh, this is so nice, Then he said, where I should find where the temples are. So he came to Vrindavan. And he associated devotees and he joined. And in temple also for 4 months he was chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Nobody told him. Correct? So book distribution, maybe somebody bought and he threw it because it was meaningless for him. But somebody found a meaning. So book distribution never goes waste. You have heard this story before?
No. I've heard about Hare Krishna.
Oh, okay, Hare Krishna.
I
So
didn't
this
know that
is
it was this.
yes, Tamal. His name is Tamal. He is a devotee, the American devotee. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Prasad came. So now I should keep my mouth shut. Very well.
Thank you very much. I cannot thank you enough.
Very well. Hare Krishna.
Let us thank the three lords.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for engaging me.
Okay. How many of us want Prabhuji back?
Not enthusiastic.
They are ecstasy, but they come out of ecstasy. Prabhuji.